stuff will make you a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. Just like me.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to Access Vegas. All right, guys, as you probably can tell, we're at a new studio, so we're going to work out the kinks here, but we love this place. We're here at Origin Podcast Studios, right here just south of the airport here in Las Vegas. My name is Chuck Schumer.
The Jets going on.
Nobody? This is Rolo with his big sombrero on. We are here for Access Vegas, guys. We have an incredible crew coming up. Let's go ahead and get this thing started with our guest. She is a bartender. She is from the Bay Area. Please welcome back Claire. Claire, welcome to the show.
Hi.
There we go. For the first time on the show, she's from Tampa. She is a bartender. This is Abby Rose.
Hi, y'all.
There we go. You guys have real jobs. That's incredible. She works at as a realtor. She's from Virginia. Welcome back, Meg. Hey, Meg, how you doing? Okay, and then she is in asset protection law firm. She's from St. Louis. It's Laura. Nice. She is the owner of Harp's Cosmetics from Nashville. It is Harper Raines. There she is. All right. She is an adult actress from Las Vegas. It is Jessica. Welcome,
Hello,
Jessica.
everybody.
That's right. And he is a nightclub promoter from Hawaii. It is Norman. Welcome, Norman, to the show for the first time. Yes, she's a data analyst. She's from Serbia. It is Katerina. And she is the host of MM Angel from Iowa. It is Monica.
Monica back again.
Okay, I'd just like to point this out for any of you assholes who watched that CBS interview that we did, trying to explain to me that every girl on this show was a sex worker. We are not shaming anyone who's a sex worker, but there are 8 girls on the show, and one of them is, and I would appreciate if you guys would stop fucking lying. Sorry. It's ridiculous. No, but that's what happens. It's like, you guys, because I don't want to get into this, but I just want to talk about it. If you are skinny and pretty and have big boobs, then every guy on the internet who doesn't get attention from girls who look like you calls you all sex workers. It is crazy to me, bro. And I did not feel this way until I started doing a show with him and just watching these ignorant comments, bro.
I'm sorry I brought them all to you.
Yeah, it's just like ready? This is the sound of women's vaginas drying up, bro, because oh my God, your game is so garbage, bro. Please stop, okay? Realistically, maybe like a quarter of the girls are on here, but we're in Las Vegas. It's fine. I don't have a problem with that happening. But the problem is people act like that's all. I have girls hit me up and they're like, I don't want to come on your show because it's just nothing but OnlyFans girls. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Sorry, I'm cussing too much.
To be fair, I think this is the only time it's only just been me on a podcast that's been sex work.
But it's like even if like 2 or 3 of the girls, they're like, no, it's all of them all the time, bro. And I'm
but
just
like OnlyFans count as sex work?
I don't think so.
Yes.
I think sex counts as sex work.
Like porn is the only thing that counts as sex work.
No. There's so many forms.
I guess it depends who you ask.
No, I think escorting and pornography count as sex work.
Not only that, stripping.
I don't think. Would you really consider
Also
camming,
everything, anything that deals with the sexual body is sex work.
Okay,
for money.
Yes.
If it's sexualizing yourself,
I'm gonna check. That's
great. That's great in Vegas, right?
If you're a urologist, are you into sex?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Strippers are also sex work.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a judgment call here. Guy girl sex is sex work. That's it. Like other than that, I don't think it's.
How about girl?
Huh?
How about girl?
No, girl sex is holy and worship. There's nothing wrong with that. Guy girl sex is sex work. It is. I'm sorry. You just posed topless that on your fucking thing. That's not sex work. I don't think being in Playboy is sex work. I'm sorry. I think it's very different.
I have a hot take.
Go ahead.
So my hot take, and I know I'm going to piss off all the OnlyFans girlies, but OnlyFans girlies love to call themselves porn stars. You are not a porn star.
Uh-oh.
Shots fired.
You are not a porn
Draw the
star,
line.
and I love you. I love you. You are my friends, but you are not a porn star if you only do OnlyFans. You shoot and go. You don't have to go onto a set where people are watching you and filming you all the time. You don't have lines. If you don't go to your shoot and it's for a reason, you have to pay out of your pocket for causing some, like, they paid thousands of dollars for these shoots to be done. I have to pay a kill fee. You're not a porn star if you're doing it in your bedroom and shooting and go. You don't have a director.
At
you don't have
leisure.
lighting. Yeah, it's not the same.
Exactly. Have some self-respect. That's what I'm saying. Don't call yourself that when you're not that. You know
You're
what I'm saying?
OnlyFans model. You're OnlyFans creator.
creator.
You're not a porn star.
Yes.
I've been saying that for the past few weeks because it's been irking me.
There we go. Okay. Well, now we have that all straightened up. So I have Norman on. Norman is on stage at several nightclubs with me, so that's how I know Norman. So we wanted to have him on. We're going to have some discussions here coming up. Was there any announcements you have?
I was just going to say, now we are in October.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but as of October 1st in Las Vegas, I think, but it might be the whole state of Nevada. But as of October 1st, you can now get DoorDash to give you cocktails and booze.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And so that's what we're doing after this. We're going back to Panorama Towers and we're ordering Raising Cane's.
What?
It's Raising Cane's along with alcohol if you guys want to come
Raising
on.
Cane's.
Along with a lot of cats.
As if you needed another reason to move.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it like cocktails, or is it just alcohol?
I need a
in
rum and
general?
coke. It just shows up at your door.
That's gonna kill nightlife even more.
I was gonna say
the more accessibility for things you can get on your phone to get delivered to your house.
Yes,
is less reason to get out.
So you're referring to like seeking arrangement. Oh no, you mean alcohol? No, you mean
DoorDash, man, or like Uber Eats.
you meant alcohol. My bad. I'm sorry.
Will they deliver weed to you?
Yeah,
I believe there are some companies that do. I don't know which one.
Wallflower does.
I'm sorry. Pookie and Ray Ray will deliver weed to you.
Hey, those are my boys.
Pookie and Ray Ray have been delivering weed since 1976.
The only thing about DoorDash I don't like is they can never find my apartment. They never do it. Ever. I always have to go hunt them down.
I have very clear instructions.
I do too, but they still don't be looking at it.
Give them
they don't care.
Tip. Put in the instructions, cash tip under the doormat.
Even
if you find your
they will. That's a sick tip.
That's a really good tip.
Under the doormat, they gonna find it.
Hey,
because if I have to go hunt you down for 10 minutes, I don't fucking want my food anymore.
Yeah. That's a good
point. But like I think that'll solve 80% of your. They gonna find it. Because they don't think they're gonna.
I even tell them the building number and everything, and it's like it's not a hard. My unit is not hard to find. It's one of the easiest ones.
You have to give them an incentive.
I guess.
No, right. No, I think that.
And then I just don't put the cash tip on there.
No, that'll solve 80% of your.
No, what's even better is that you say you push the put the cash tip on there and you just don't put one on. They show up the same.
I would throw the food at the door at that point. Like I'd be over that. Like,
all right. One other thing.
I feel like it wouldn't destroy nightlife because some people don't want to pay. They don't use DoorDash. They don't want to use they don't want to. The DoorDash fees and stuff. People don't want to do that.
Yeah, but they also don't want the fees of going to a nightclub and paying $72 for 2 drinks.
Plus having to pay for parking.
Where are the girls though?
Yeah, no, that's the point. So we actually, I just made a video. Tristan and I made a video about why nightlife is dying. And the easy answer is economic downturn. Men don't want to spend money. No, bro. The problem was before that. The problem was when there was no economic downturn. It used to be when I moved here and when I would go out to clubs by probably 10, 15 years ago, if you were a dude, you showed up to the club with 6 girls or you didn't get in. Let me say that again. To all you dudes in Los Angeles, for all you guys in Miami, for all you guys in Las Vegas, you would show up to a club. If you had 5 girls, you didn't get in. You had to show up with 6 girls or you didn't get in. When we did that, there were 2, 3, 4 times as many girls as guys. You don't believe me? Go back and look at videos of Surrender when it first opened, Marquee on Monday nights when it was, what was it? The leopard print shit. What was it? Party Rock. The Party Rock Mondays we used to do. Those parties, there were tons of girls. We stopped doing that. All these clubs, they started solving for money. How do you solve for money? Money per square foot equals men, more guys buying bottles, fewer women getting comps, fewer women getting free drinks. And I'm not just talking about Vegas. I'm talking about all over the place. I talk to my friends in LA frequently. They tell me Los Angeles nightlife is beyond dead. It's like it's in the negative numbers. There's no LA nightlife anymore. People will go to Delilah, they'll go to Catch, they'll go to restaurants, but they don't. The nightlife scene there used to be exclusive. It used to be difficult to get in, and it's not like that anymore.
Well, I hear that LA is more of everyone's more chill, and they're let's just stay home and and have friends over and do more family friendly activities.
While I can see that is part of the issue,
less people are drinking.
Okay, the no drinking thing definitely for sure, but I think if the nightlife in Los Angeles had a ton of beautiful women at the clubs like they did 20 years ago, then there would be people going out.
Like the 90s when, you'd see all the celebrities. I heard that there's a thing that
that was probably up to 2010. Like you would see Kim Kardashian frequently in a nightclub.
I hear that they used to have fake clubs and fake like restaurants where they would just like to have paparazzi be out and be like, this is the newest thing. And it would just be all the celebrities go in and out and do paparazzi photos.
Yeah.
And then they would open it up to the club and everyone else, like the mass population, would go there because they seen all these celebrities there and thinking, but then it became a club. Like before it became a club, they were going there and getting, photographed going. But it wasn't even a club yet. It wasn't even open to the public.
Did you guys hear about the club that was just for girls and they ended up closing the first night because no bottles were sold?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Was that confirmed true?
That might be a joke. Hey, Monica, move this way towards us a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah,
hey
that's
guys. Yeah, no. I mean, I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah, it may have been a joke, but that was pretty funny.
I was like, that would be a stupid idea because when I go to the club, I'm not buying a single thing. I don't wait in lines and I'm not buying a drink.
Okay, but do you understand if I'm trying to make money and I'm not a Vegas nightclub, but like I'm on McKinney Avenue in Dallas. I'm in Power and Light District in Kansas City, someplace like that. Like it's a nice nightlife, but it's not like the best it's not world-class nightlife. I gotta pay rent. So I'm gonna hire some shot girls and I'm gonna charge dudes cover to get in, and I'm gonna show the game of the UFC fight, and I'm just gonna charge for alcohol. I'm even gonna charge women. And so because of that, I'm gonna have 3 times as many dudes as girls, but I'm gonna make rent. That's the difference. And that's what happened to the whole nightclub industry. There used to be, I'm telling you guys, like it was embarrassing. If I showed up to my birthday party without 20 girls, it was embarrassing, and I should not even be let in the club. I should be turned away at the door. And that's how we all used to think 20 years ago, even in Dallas. And now nobody does that. And so that's the reason why I think a lot of the stuff, like it used to be, I don't know if you remember this, Norman, used to be VIP hosts in this city. They would lose part of their paycheck if they didn't show up with a certain number of comps and had a certain number of girls show up. And that just doesn't seem to be the case anymore.
It's not so much girls, but they do need a certain amount of comps.
Yeah,
they have requirements for comps.
But the idea of having a comp with 2 guys on it is like dude. I saw a comp at EBC the other day with like 5 dudes, and I was like, "How is this possible?" We used to never happen, bro.
I hear like the strip clubs are also kind of like dying too.
Struggling.
I think strip clubs will come back, and I'll tell you why. Because I think the AI influencer is going to take out the bottom 2/3 of OF. I think it's going to take the bottom 2/3 are just going to get nuked, and then what's going to happen is the girls at the top will still be doing really well, but then the bottom 2/3, those girls will be like, I can't. They're making $1,000 a month. They're going to be making $0 a month, and they're going to go back and work at strip club. I think strip.
No, it's not that there's not enough girls. I don't think there's enough clients going.
I disagree. There's not enough girls. There's not. Look, if
it's oversaturated at some of these.
Norman, how long have you lived here?
10 years.
Okay, 10 years ago, what did the Rhino look like versus right now?
I would say it's very different.
Yeah. What did the girls look like at the Rhino 10 years ago versus right now?
Oh, I mean,
I'm not saying how many. I'm not saying how many of them. I'm saying what did they look like at Rhino and Sapphire 10 years ago versus now?
Well, it kind of depends on
my memory's not that great for 10 years ago. Like if I wanted to be specific, I do think there was a quality drop.
Bro, it's ridiculous.
I do think there was a quality drop.
Dude, I have been to the Playboy Mansion on multiple occasions, and in 2012, walking through the Rhino, the girls were hotter there than they were at the Playboy Mansion.
The class
it was
Vegas.
Crazy. Go ahead.
The class of Vegas is gone.
It's not the class. Go ahead.
Speaking of the mic.
Just grab the mic, honey.
They let anybody in now. So no matter what you're wearing, they used to have stricter like rules of how you looked. Now it's like anybody can show up wearing anything. And how you acted, how you looked. There was a class that was a part of Vegas.
More dress code.
Yeah, exactly. That is no longer practiced.
So you're talking about the GA as well, not just the dancers.
All of it.
All of
clubs
Vegas.
And strip clubs everywhere. It's all kind of gone downhill. And that kind of piggybacks on what you're talking about, how people looked. They would go out and present themselves in a very different way. And I feel like that brings about a different energy.
Yeah.
And then
why do you think that is?
Money. They're losing out on money.
Yeah. So
but you wonder why, if they were to have higher class people, they would have more money because then they could do better dollars.
Okay. So that's a great question. I'm going to explain why, because this was explained to me years ago. The number crunchers, the accountants, the penny pinchers that are in some of these nightlife groups that are now owned by publicly traded companies, if I explain to them that, hey, I'm going to have Unruly show up with 12 like stunning models, or Jatan Malaliu is going to show up with next Journey Fashion with like 12 stunning models, the penny pincher doesn't know what that does. He doesn't understand having published models stand behind Tiesto at Tao Beach. He doesn't comprehend how that helps the venue, but yet the venues used to fly out promoters with girls from different places. That's all gone because the penny pincher can't grasp that. The penny pincher just looks at frontline revenue and then expenses. And then all he sees is, okay, you paid Calvin Harris $1 million to play. You made this amount in profit. In order to do this, we either need to cut staff so that we can make more profit. And then you gave comps to this table, this table, this table. This was it. This was inventory that we could have used to sell a table. We need to remove that. Comps are now gone. Oh, that's what happened. Does that make sense? I'm not saying all comps are. Obviously, Sunday night at Access, you can get a comp at Omni or whatever. But my point is, what happened before is the priority was to bring beautiful women into a club. And the guys who were doing it did it for the love of the game, right? If you think about Dave Grutman or Jason Strauss, these are very, very intelligent men who could have done a million other things for a living, but they chose to run a nightlife group. Why did they choose to run a nightlife group? Because they love nightlife. It's for the love of the game. If you all of a sudden let different type of companies, publicly traded companies come in here, venture capitalists come in here, and now they're just looking at dollar per square foot, they're not in it for the love of the game anymore. They're in it for the love of the money, the shareholder. And because of that, now women are not the priority. I know I'm going to read in the comments about how, no, man, the red pill made dudes smarter and now they don't go to clubs.
Oh my
Shut
God.
the fuck up, bro. That is not what happens.
Trust me, there are plenty of dudes in the club.
Trust
Well,
me,
it
bro.
also- it
Yeah,
al-
when I go to the club, it's nothing but dudes. Stop saying that. I keep seeing that comment over and over again. Bro, I will take you to Access and you will see nothing but dudes. Like, oh, there's nothing but dudes, right? But except when you're on
we
stage.
need to get the mob to come back and own the casinos again.
when you're on stage, when you're on stage with me and Norman, it's nothing but girls. It's nothing
It's
but
only girls that are allowed.
It doesn't
Yeah.
help
Yes.
that also, like, okay, two things. Either you have like a guy that brings like some pretty girls, or they bring on like these girls that are like not good looking, or you have like that one friend in the group that's like a total like duff.
What's a duff? What's a
The
duff?
designated ugly friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
The designated ugly friend.
friend.
Yeah.
What do you mean designated?
Well, like
She's
people
designated
from
to keep-
people
She's
from
the
outside the
personality
group.
hire.
Yeah,
Is she-
people
so
from
she-
outside the group.
she's
She's the funny one.
She's a shooter. She's a shooter.
Hold on, she's the fridge that protects the snacks, right?
Yes, that's
She's
exactly.
designated
See,
to
that's
protect.
the guys will go up to her to get access to the snacks.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I make friends with that one. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey,
Oh, because you have to. Because you have to.
do you want some Raisin Canes, big girl?
You have to disarm the protector first.
She's like, these are my girls. You can't
You know-
come near them.
You know what I love about this is this conversation. If it's just men in here having this conversation, it's considered to be horribly misogynistic. But it's always
But since
women
it's
who
women.
bring this
Bring it
up
up,
because
yeah.
women are fully aware that they have a fat friend who hates on them. They're fully aware. It's not
Yes,
us as men.
But there's
who
a
bring this up.
difference. You can have someone that's a little bit bigger. They're so freaking beautiful. So beautiful. Okay. She's giving face. She's giving body. You know, she has like that hourglass. That's not the person I'm talking about. I'm just talking about like the butter faces and the one that does not care about their body whatsoever. And it's just like not up to standards of fashion. Like that's what I'm thinking. Okay. When I think of a
mean,
duff, I'm not thinking of
Man,
like
if
somebody
I brought
who's big.
up the word duff, if I brought up the term duff, like they would cancel the show immediately. She brings it up.
There's a movie about it. There's a movie called Duff. Yeah, it's such a good movie too.
Oh,
How old's this movie?
It's like what, like a 5, 6,
at
7
least
years
10.
old? Yeah. Is it on Netflix?
Alright.
Oh,
I don't even care if it's good. I'll watch it.
no, you have to watch
It's
it.
a- it's a chick
Alright.
flick.
It's a chick flick.
It's like
yeah.
a teenage chick flick, a coming of
where the Duff
age
gets
movie.
the hot man.
I mean, I
I
think
got
it
some
would
good
be
questions
better
here.
as
I
a
wanna
chick flick
throw these up.
than a sports
Yeah.
bro film. You know, so
Hey, hold on one second here. Jessica's rant this is when you were talking about what's the sex worker and what's not. Jessica's rant reminds me of cab drivers getting mad at Uber. just salt for getting replaced by better
Great
platforms.
analogy.
Oh my
I don't
God!
subscribe to OnlyFans.
Don't compare me to a taxi.
That was great. Mike, what was Spearmint Rhino like when you first moved to Vegas?
Bro, of the 100 hottest women I'd ever seen in my life in 2012, 75 of them worked at the Rhino. It was crazy. And a bunch of the girls that worked in the Rhino back in the day are huge OF creators now, like Nara Ford, like they're huge OF creators now. Nicolette Shea, like that, they were at the Rhino back then. Like these girls right now who have 3 million followers, and are doing 50K, 100K a month on OF, they were just regular Tuesday night girls at the Rhino. Like it was what it was so. I know people, and again, I'm not throwing shade because the Rhino is still probably the best, or it's Rhino or Sapphire, probably the best strip clubs.
Those are the two for sure.
Yeah, Sapphire.
But what I'm saying is, like, it is still great in comparison. What I'm saying is, before there was not like the most unattractive girl on Friday night was the hottest girl I'd ever seen in my life at Rhino back in 2020.
Well, I also think the change of like extreme plastic surgery of like and I'm talking about like the overly done BBLs and the overly done boobs that
There's
are going.
No such thing as the second thing you just said, but the first thing.
There are, I mean, watermelons on your chest, bro. That's overly done. Like, okay. But like they're at these strip
one man's
clubs.
trash.
Another man's treasure. That's all I'm saying.
But here's the thing: when you go to certain, like, it's not really happening at Sapphire or Rhino, but at some of the other ones, they like that's their demographic is like big boobs and really big ass, like
big booty bitches,
and like that's their demographic, and that's great. But it's like, are they still? Eventually, it's going to go back to.
Is it bringing in the money though?
I don't know. Ask Hippo.
Ask Hippo.
All right, I got one more here real quick. I want to get to these early. Question to you gents on the panel. Because empathy is important in relationships, which gender do you think is naturally more empathetic and why?
Okay, so I've heard different arguments here that women are more sympathetic and then men are more empathetic.
Thank you.
I think that makes a little bit more difference.
Big difference in those two terms.
Because one of the problems is like there are things that I can't be empathetic for, or I can try to be empathetic for a woman. Like I don't go through menstruation. I've never had a child. Like there's things I understand, but I still understand it's a very painful process for them. I do think I don't know the best way to answer this, but that seems probably the most accurate to me. What do you think, Rollo?
Well, I've written quite extensively on this, which is why you're probably asking me this question. No, there's a difference. There's a fundamental difference between sympathy and empathy. So sympathy, I can be sympathetic to somebody like you broke a bone or something, like you broke your arm or something like that. But unless I have broken that same arm in the same place, I can't empathize with you because I don't know exactly how it feels.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between sympathy and empathy. I can say, oh, hell, let me help you out.
Gotcha.
Let me whatever. But I can't empathize with that person unless I've had a shared experience with that person. If you look this up in the dictionary, that is what it says. Okay. So there's a qualifiable difference between those two. So who's more sympathetic and who's more empathetic? Well, I think the thing about empathy is once you take it out of the framework of like women have some sort of supernatural ability for empathy, it's like, no, they don't. Not any more than I do or he does or anybody else does, because unless I have shared that experience, then I can't really be truly empathetic, but I can be sympathetic. So are women more sympathetic than men are? I think it all depends on the context. So by
those definitions, I would say then majority of women, I would say, are more sympathetic.
Yeah.
They would feel for other people's feelings more.
I think
it's a good half and half, to be honest. I think just how it comes out. Men are fixers naturally. So it comes out as not empathetic or not sympathetic to the woman. And even though that's not how they mean it to come out, that's how it comes out, how it's perceived by the woman. But that does not mean that they are not sympathetic or empathetic.
Because we can feel pain for someone else.
They come up with solutions, and sometimes I don't want a solution. I just want to rant, and they're like, we'll do this. And I'm like, why are you telling me how I can fix my life? I don't want that.
So it's not about the nail.
But so we just want to feel our feels. Whereas guys, they want you to feel better,
be good.
And that doesn't mean they're less sympathetic or less empathetic. It's just they're just trying to fix
it.
That's what guys naturally
their solution is different,
and like
their reaction to it is different.
And so that doesn't mean they're less sympathetic.
And there's times I'll be like on TikTok and I'll see something and I'm just like, it hurts my soul to see someone through pain, even though I've never gone through that. But I'm like, I can see it and I can feel it, and I can feel how they're feeling.
Right. But also guys are the same way. But if you go to societal standards and how they're raised, especially in different generations, they're taught not to feel. So they may feel it on the inside, but they may not project it.
So I think just a little bit more nuance. It's not that they're not taught to feel. They're taught not to express quite to the same way.
Feel it,
but the thing is, it actually is the way things are supposed. I know this is going to be
it's balance of nature.
Well, it is a balance of nature. It's just when the guy shows up, when there's a burglar at my house, I don't need the cop to come up crying, telling me about how shitty his day was.
Right.
I need him to solve the fucking problem. I don't need my plumber to come. Like, again, if I had a plumber who came to me every time and he was just having a panic attack, I would not hire that plumber anymore. It's just for men, we have to be stoic in order for society to move forward. It doesn't mean we don't feel these things. And there's nothing wrong if you're a guy right there and you've lost an animal, you had to put an animal down, or you lost a family member and you want to cry. That's fine. My point is, it's the way men are taught that they are defective women and they need to be more expressive. So on the first date, I need to just be like, I'm super attracted to you. Oh my God, I think we have great energy. Like, no, bro, chill out. Like it's so crazy to me. It's like, no, you don't need to be this vulnerable and expressive. If you need to be vulnerable and expressive, find a group of men that you trust and be vulnerable and expressive with them, not the girl you go on the first date with, and certainly not the stripper or the girl. Dude, I talk to strippers all the time and they're like, guys are just telling me all their problems. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
It comes off as very like feminine energy.
Yes.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm very like independent and kind of like a little bit aggressive. So like I need a man who's like can share his problems, but not like, I feel like I agree they need like a group of men to also talk about those feelings, because especially first date, I'm like, damn, this man is going through.
Dumping.
Yeah, no trauma dumping, please.
For the women as well, no trauma.
Yeah, no,
dumping.
women as well.
So Abby, you go on a date with a guy and he tells you his last 3 exes cheated on him. What do you think? He's being expressive. He's expressing his vulnerability. What do you think?
Yeah, but there's also a common underlying factor there.
Do you think he's really good in bed? His last 3 exes cheated on him. What do you think? What do you think? I'm asking you because we're being expressive here.
If you're adding that nuance, it depends on the equation. What are you adding to the equation? If you're adding
got it.
part,
yeah.
Probably not.
Oh, that's crazy. Isn't it wild? But I'm more expressive. Because that's what they told me to be. But my therapist told me to be more expressive. So let me talk about my problems.
They may not be expressive in the way that a woman needs. And so it's like, okay, if you take the factor of good and bad or not, it's just like, okay, your past 3 girls have cheated on you. Maybe you have mommy issues. You're searching out the wrong girl. And also, like, what are you not fulfilling for them?
Sure.
So there's an underlying factor. Granted, the girl is just as wrong for cheating. Cheating, I never condone. It is wrong on all sorts.
Right. Yeah.
There is an underlying factor of it's happened multiple times. What is the man not doing right?
Right. My point is, it's not helpful on a first date for him he shouldn't even be bringing that shit up.
Yeah.
That's my point.
No.
Well, I think also for like as a woman's stance, not having to do anything about the men at all. But like if a woman has had something that's gone, like if they've been alone for a very long time, like they don't have parents or, they're not close with any of their family and they've had to be in survival mode for a very long time. I feel like me personally, because that's me, I can't shut down. So I can't be vulnerable. Like I can't
you're in your masculine energy.
Yes. Yeah. And with that, it means that I can't take on other people's BS either because, I can't.
The thing with relationships,
I can't have empathy with that.
It's all kind of like a scientific experiment. At the end of the day, you have multiple variables, some that are controlled, some that are nature. Sure. There's so many things. It's an equation. They're all not the same. They're all different. Every nuance that you add changes the entire thing. So one size does not fit all.
That's why when people cry in front of me, I can't cry in front of people. That's one thing about me. I cannot do it. But also when someone cries in front of me, I don't know how to handle that. Because I've been alone for so long,
like, five.
Yeah, I'm just like, there. Are you doing okay? I'm sorry. I can listen to your problems, but then I become like the man in the situation and I'm like, let me fix it. But they just don't want to be fixed either. And it's like, I feel like I'm becoming like more masculine energy in that because I've been in survival mode for so long and I, don't really take on men. I'm not one to jump from one relationship to another and let a man take on my problems. I'm just not like that.
One of my favorites
I was gonna. Okay. So I just wanted to touch back to like what Rolo mentioned about empathy and like sympathy. So empathy, like totally on point. Like you have to have been in a similar situation in order to empathize with someone. But so I've actually looked into this. Women are more sympathetic than men because of the way that like we evolved. women would raise each other's children together. So we had to have more sympathy for everybody else around us, where men are not as sympathetic. They care about like their inner circle, what's theirs and what they need to protect. Women are going to cast their net out much further and actually care more
like community
on a deeper, about community versus like interior family.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to bring up like the point of you talking about being in masculine energy. One of my girlfriends, she always says, what is a man going to bring to my table? I already am. She just got nominated for a James Beard, one of the top sommeliers in the entire world. She makes her money. She gets her bag. She has everything stable for her, and she has her entire platform and foundation. She's not going to put up with the just basic boohoo bullshit that most women would, because she has all of this already going for her. And I think all of us women are that to a certain level. What do we already have established, and what are we willing to put up with? And what are we willing to also stand our ground and be like, no.
So funny you said that, because I just sent a video to you the other day
I have it,
of that exact same thing.
We'll talk about it. I have it ready to go.
Like, what does a man provide that I don't already do for myself?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You have to add to my life for me to accept you.
But you realize how difficult that is for the average guy to this is what I call the Pretty Woman paradox. Okay, have you seen the movie Pretty Woman with Richard Gere and Sandra Bullock?
Shout out to Richard Gere.
Yes, Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, the plot, I'm going to give away. Spoiler alert. It's only been out since 1985. So the plot is this: it's the hooker with the heart of gold. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's the fantasy that a very ultra rich industrialist guy is going to come and see a high class escort, and he's the only one that because he has some sort of sympathy, empathy, whatever you want to call it, to lift her up out of the lifestyle and make an honest woman of her, kind of thing. But and so it's a romantic comedy and everything else, but the plot of the movie is basically what I see a lot of, particularly OnlyFans maybe not sex workers, but
there's still sex workers.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you look at average women, the average woman has the potential to make way more money at a younger age, way more money than a guy of a similar peer group, similar peer age, right? Mm-hmm. So if you take a 22-year-old woman and you take a 22-year-old guy, that woman has the potential at her stage of life to make way more money than that guy, and so ergo that guy is never going to be able to sort of match up to that. So you want somebody who can sort of be above you, who wants to be he's got to be richer, he's got to be taller, he's got to be more jacked, he's got to be, he has to have all of these really superior elite qualities. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of women today are very frustrated with the sexual marketplace and dating and relationships and everything else right now, because they can't find a guy who is their quote unquote equal, because they've gone so far up the hierarchy.
Men do better.
Well,
yeah.
So the men who do better tend to be older. That's why we see a lot of women in that.
Yeah, but also we're also
you
getting
date older.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You allow those older men to manipulate you. Oh my God, Abby, that doesn't sound age appropriate.
Oh my God,
date older.
How old? I can't say I date young girls only. I can't say that.
Yeah, I was on a live. What was it yesterday? I was on a live with one of my friends. Like, he was doing that, and I was in the chat, and I was like they were talking about parents of divorce, like children of divorce, and I was like talking about that, and they were like, I said that my parents passed, and there were people in the chat that's known me for months was like, you know what, I thought you would be a child of divorce. I said, no, they died. I love
different.
Yeah, I still have daddy issues. It's just not the same ones.
Right. Like, don't get me wrong, like, my dad is my best friend, but that's always the term that comes is daddy issues when a younger woman wants to date an older man. Like, my fiance, he's 48 years old. I'm 30. But the word I like to use is
Can you believe this?
They're established. I think is a more appropriate, respectful word. It's just they're established. They've lived life. They're more empathetic.
Thank you, Abby. I'm right here.
They're ready to settle.
I'm on this end of the table.
I love my men in the streets. I'm always dating younger.
Yeah.
Maybe that's my issue.
I think that they're ready to settle, and they're ready to actually, actually have somebody that enjoys their company. I think that's what it is. I mean, what's that saying that like men like that women will actually marry because they like that person, but a man will pick a person when the time is right. Is that a thing?
Yes, I've heard of that. Yes.
I like what
I hate that aspect, but yeah.
I like what
What do
CJ
the men
Sparks
think?
says. She's like, I like dating older men because they've got all the fight beaten out of them. They don't fight anymore.
It's just like, yes, you're right. I love
yeah,
that.
exactly. They're just
my
old.
favorite words.
I love that.
But I think
48 and you're 30. That's crazy. I can't imagine anybody dating.
Yeah, but
that
they're the
wild.
cutest
So
couple
wild.
ever.
That's
But he,
wild.
He actually like outruns me. Like he has more energy than me. He keeps me young. The joke is, are you about to turn 50 or am I about to
Yeah,
turn
isn't that
50?
Yeah, but
wild?
you have an old soul.
Yeah, well, thank you. in a good way.
Yes,
I know what you mean.
yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm about to turn 48
Hey.
next week, and my party is
Matter of
at
days.
and you ladies are invited, gentlemen. I'll let you know the day after where the party is. I do want to say this. Today would have been my father passed away 19 years ago. Today would have been his 83rd birthday.
Happy
I
birthday.
appreciate it. Yes,
Happy
thank
birthday
you.
to you.
Daddy.
Yeah, so he was I always wonder what he would think about this show.
Oh my God.
I always
You know
say-
he's laughing.
Yeah,
Love it
probably.
together. Yeah.
He'd probably be. Do you want to get to the
I got one more.
Go ahead.
I'll hear this because this is too good. Why Rational Rednecks is why are men going to clubs if the gender ratio is so bad? What's the point? I can see
desperation?
going once or twice, but how are they getting repeat business?
So it's a great point. The reason why, and I'm not talking about this. So the top tier nightclubs in Vegas are actually doing record breaking numbers. It's the people below that. So there's like what's it called? Concentration of wealth when it comes to nightlife.
Mhm.
So what's happened? Like the top clubs in Miami, the top clubs in Los Angeles, the top clubs in New York are still doing very. I would imagine Dubai is the same way. So those clubs are still doing well. It's the other mid-tier clubs that are not doing as well. You're saying, why do men keep going? Because what are the other options for men? Dating apps have completely failed. They are a complete, almost total failed experiment for average men. The average guy gets 6 matches for every 1,000 right swipes. Okay. When you go to this, most men have no concept of how to use social media in order to build a social circle. This is like a lost art. Nobody does this anymore. And so because of that, what's left for these men? It's just nightclubs. There's nothing else. So that's why still, whenever I go out to any city, there's still a ton of men.
It might just be what they know as well, right? Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm 34, so before dating apps were around, that's how you met girls.
Yeah.
Right. You had to get out your house to go to a
It
nightclub.
was all analog.
You know,
Yeah, and this is what me and Tristan were talking about. We were talking about how more and more throughout the years, there's less of a reason to leave your house.
Yeah.
So before girls need to get attention. But before, girls needed to go get ready, then go out, go to the club, go to the bar, go to a restaurant to get attention. Now they got a picture that they took 2 months ago, upload to Instagram, attention. They have dating apps now. They got guys in their DMs. If they want another influx of attention, post that other picture. Like girls need attention, guys, want to chase girls, but now guys have dating apps. There's other ways to do it.
So I'll say this now, especially for attractive women, the majority of the use of dating apps for women is not dating, it is attention. I would
agree.
say
I agree.
10-1 now.
I
It is
love attention.
I use
What-
it as a swiping. I try to find the hot ones, but then there's no one hot on there.
It's also a funnel.
I use it. It's like
So fun,
to
that's
me.
right. But
To
that's
me, it's like Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, what's on there?
Oh my god.
You know, but I never actually
just
talked
window
to them.
shopping.
You
I-
gotta go to
I call it
Spain.
window
They're
shop.
all there.
Yeah.
Yeah, window shop. No, but why do you think the window shop is for? Well, that's
so
is that
hold on.
not for validation?
Megan?
No, because I don't talk to them. I just want to see what's out
But the
there.
matches, right?
It's
No.
fantasy,
I never
okay?
even match with them.
Oh, you don't.
I don't even.
Okay,
No.
then
I just look because
then it's
like the
purely window
fantasy.
shopping.
yeah, it's just window shopping. I'm like,
All right,
what's
fair.
cute on here? There's nothing.
I never even messaging.
Meg is really quiet.
I was
if
just
you guys
saying,
could
so is
turn the
so
gain
is
up on
Laura.
Meg and Laura. That'd be great. All right. So a couple of things I want to go over. We were supposed to do this in the beginning. On October 15th is going to be the Babes in Toyland Pink Party. If you guys want to come for that, it's
I
breast
know.
cancer awareness. We do that every year. It's terrific. It's a lot of fun.
Great venue.
It's going to be, and then after that is going to be the 30th. I'm going to be the host of Tao's costume competition on the 30th. On the 29th, we're going to have another episode of Access Vegas.
Is that on the 30th or 31st?
What?
It's because Halloween's on
Halloween's
Friday.
on a Friday. So Tao does their contest on a Thursday
30.
every time.
Okay.
I'm sure, dude, at the Win, you guys are probably going to have a costume contest. You used to.
It's Art of the Wild this year.
Oh, okay.
So the costume contest has kind of fallen off if it's Art of the Wild. Art of the Wild is like a deep house festival.
Yeah, I was there at the costume contest last year. Yeah, it was pretty good. Good, because Noah's not doing Stripperween this year, so I figured you guys were going to be doing one.
Oh, right. This is the dude who does the house party.
Yeah,
the mansion party.
Yeah. He's not doing it this year. He just told me. So I was. There's usually two main ones. There's one at Tao, and then there's the one at XS. So there's that, and then in November on the. Fight Circus. If you guys are interested, come to that. Fight Circus is going to be on the 17th and the 18th. Fight Circus is going to be like midgets fighting each other.
Cock wrestling or whatever it is.
It's not. It's dick kicking competition. I'm going. I don't even know what they want me to do.
Remember when I told you about empathy?
I'm so excited.
You see a guy take one of the nuts. That's empathy.
So
You're now feeling empathy.
You guys look up.
training for this.
No, you're like, oh, well, hey, can we turn up Harper's mic also? We can barely hear her as well. Those, if you guys are interested in that, that's going to be October 17th and 18th. Swimsuit USA's World Championship is going to be the 19th to the 26th of October in Mexico. There's a bunch of guys from MOA are coming to that. In November on the 29th is going to be the Teddy Ball in San Diego. If you guys are interested in that, look up Teddy Ball on Instagram if you guys want to come to that. December 4th is going to be Babes in Toyland in Las Vegas. December 11th is going to be Babes in Toyland in Los Angeles, and they are going to be the toy drives. It's going to be the two droid.
And then there's AVN.
Oh, AVN's in January.
Yes.
Yeah, third week of January, I believe.
Yes, go vote for me on XBiz and XMA and AVN. Jessica
Best
Aaron.
newcomer.
Best newcomer, best favorite boobs, and favorite MILF star.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What's MILF
I have
star?
MILF.
Oh, MILF. Oh, sorry. I heard that wrong. Okay, sorry.
I have big boobs, so they
understand.
automatically put me in that category, even
Oh my
though,
God.
yeah.
No, I thought you said milk because, like, really TMI, like, milk comes out of my titty. Like, that's really TMI, everybody. But, like, I was like, there's a whole competition for this. Like, I want to sign up.
And you don't have an OnlyFans to show that off and make money?
Girl, I don't.
Girl, you know how many people would have a fetish over that?
Hey, guys.
You be making thousands off that titty milk.
Canceled.
Again, I'd like to point out that we did not turn this conversation We are sitting here as innocent, clean, God-fearing men.
Well,
to read the Bible.
you had me on. You know the repercussions that
Of course, these are definitely repercussions. I would just like to point out when things go sexual on this show, it's not because I made them sexual. All right, I just like to point that out.
Yes.
All right, cool. Do you want to get to the videos?
I want to get to your video first.
Okay.
Lovely.
Because
I
she
send him
made
all
me
this stuff
she
all the
made me
time.
promise to do this one for this show.
I send him things all the time to put on this show.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Haley. I would like to talk.
I gotta switch over the audio real quick.
Bear with us with the audio, guys.
Yep.
We're learning.
All right, and I need you guys to switch the camera over to me too, so I can do this. Right. Oh, wait a minute. And there we go. Okay, much better.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Haley. I would like to talk about something that nobody ever points out. In the late 90s, early 2000s, divorce started becoming more common. It was a little weird, and then next thing you know it, everybody's parents were getting a divorce. With that being said, a lot of girls, mothers, showed their daughters, you have to work. A man can leave you at any time, like shit can happen. So then they let us hear women working a lot and being able to provide on their own. They cook, they clean, they also have a baby. They could do it all. So when it came to a man who couldn't do it all, we were no longer impressed. Then they called us feminists. But here's the thing, it takes two people to have a consistent income now in order to provide for a household, at least for the majority of people. So it's a good thing that we did do that, right? Because if we didn't, then men would be like, y'all just don't want to work. And then that'd be another thing to bitch about, because that's what we love to do. We love to bitch, right? And then you hear about this lonely male epidemic, okay? Since the beginning of time, women's looks were intentionally for the male gaze. It was to be chosen as a wife. Is her hair long? Are her nails done? Does she wear dresses? Does she wear pantyhose? Everything was just for the male gaze. And we learned to love it. But now, men who aren't hopping on that bandwagon to be picked from a woman, because that's where we're at now. Women now work. Women now can do it all. So it takes a lot more to impress us. We want you to look good. Yeah. You want a girl who cooks and cleans with big tatas? I want a guy who makes money with a big dick. Yeah. And they can't go to their fathers, right? Their fathers are like, I don't know, women are all feminist now. Because all they had to do was work. That was it. I saw this TikTok of this woman saying the extraordinary man who cooks and cleans and puts away his laundries and provides is the ordinary woman. And that's where we're at. Do you understand now? So men who aren't going to hop on the bandwagon and do their hair, have a good beard, does the laundry, cooks, cleans, we're not going to be attracted to it. And I was watching this podcast of this man saying, if I ever come across a woman saying that she don't need me, then fine, that ain't my type. Good, cross yourself out, you're too weak for me. But that's where you're not a man. A man proves himself. A man is gonna dominate that. He's gonna look at that and be like, okay, I'm gonna make you need me. And once you do that, once you make a woman realize that she can't live life without you, she does need you, you just showed you're the alpha. And that's how you get good pussy 101.
If you were gonna come over and help me,
Oh, one second.
I get you good. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
come over and help me fix something. Sold. And I actually posted something the other day. It was like a text about this guy. She said, I'm gonna have this guy come over to my house, and he was like, oh, she's like, well, can you help me hang this or whatever? And he was like, oh, I have to think about it. And she was like, actually, you know what? Nah, I'm good. We're done here.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably sleeping with 2 other girls. That's why.
It's like 2 cabinets.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
I just have to say,
Quota has been filled.
I can change a tire. Okay. There was one time I needed to change one of my tires because the front one went, like, I blew out the front one. So I had to change the back one to the front. And I was like, God damn, I just don't want to do it. I can do it. I've changed plenty of tires. My daddy taught me right. But the thing is I didn't want to do it. So I called a man to come over and do it. And he almost fucked up my car. The way he did, he didn't even put the jack in the right spot. So the jack wouldn't go up all the way.
Oh my God. It almost fell over. The jack fell over?
No, it did fall over.
Did it fall over?
It fell over.
Was he good in bed though?
No, because I didn't have sex with him. I would never have sex with him. Here's the thing. I would never have sex with this man. I called a simp to do this.
At least
you
she admitted it because I was
So
just
the
thinking.
mistake wasn't him. It was you for calling the wrong guy.
I called a guy that I knew that would show up.
Exactly. She called the guy that she knew would show up.
You didn't know how to change a tire, but who will show
Hold on,
up?
Harper, what do you want to say?
He obviously doesn't have AAA.
Can we turn Harper's mic up a
Neither
little?
do I, girl. That's
That man has
expensive.
no resources, no reason to date him. No AAA.
At least he shows up though. Like, come on, give him credit for showing up. Maybe no.
Yeah, but then he messages me like,
It's gonna make the situation worse.
Hold on, Anna. Hold on.
No credit, no credit for showing up.
No.
Hold on. Quiet. Hold it. Go ahead.
Without AAA, you don't get triple D's. I'm just.
You need to
Hilarious.
trademark that.
you put that on a shirt.
Write that down, guys. AAA. Gotta
There's
get
this
AAA.
there. So when I watched, I guess she sent me this video earlier on. I'm like, okay, we'll do this if you come on the show. So, but I noticed that there's this is like one of a series of other videos right now where women are just like saying, well, men are just doing basic stuff right now, and so they want like gold stars for just doing basic stuff.
Mhm.
The long and the short of it is like you'll see like one woman or guys will do this too, because I'll see also men saying the same thing. This is really where it came from, which is guys are saying that if a woman has a job and she has, she takes care of herself and she has an apartment and she's, gone to school or whatever, congratulations, you're a full grown adult. Right? That's pretty much the, so now, because that stung so bad, now women are like, well, if you can't change a tire and you can't do this and you can't do that and whatever else, well, I can do that. So what's wrong with you kind of thing. So it's almost like this back and forth. It's like the schoolyard kind of like, yeah, I know you are, but what am I? That kind of crap. And which is interesting to me, considering it's like mostly Gen Z, and maybe later or earlier millennials as well. But so I see that going back and forth. And then on top of that, it's like, it's exactly what Abby was just saying a minute ago about finding the guy who is competent. That's really all this video is about. It's about male competency is what it is. And so wanting a guy who can change a tire, wanting a guy who can drive a stick shift, wanting a guy who knows how to put on a freaking tie or some shit like that, right? Those are basic things that guys should know, but that younger generation doesn't know how to do those things. And so therefore women start to look for older 48-year-old guys. Right?
Yeah, but okay.
The thing is, it's also not necessarily their fault. I
Mm-hmm.
will give them that, because you don't know what you don't know. Ignorance is something that you can't always necessarily help. So if you weren't taught
Could it be that when they were growing up, instead of acting more masculine and learning how to solve those problems, they were taught to be more sensitive and given gender affirming care? Maybe that was the problem. Could that be it? I'm just question. My point is, the reason why this problem exists, there has never been fewer men in the top echelon of men, but it's never been easier to get in that top echelon. All you have to do is stop listening to society. Stop listening to the bad advice that you get from Justin Baldoni. Stop listening to The View. Stop listening to big tech. Stop listening to the media, the mainstream media, trying to give you terrible advice when it comes to this stuff. And I don't mean to beat up on this guy, but you know, we did the CBS News thing, and they had all these guys in high school at a round table.
I'll beat him up.
Yeah, they were just like sitting there, like talking about how they need to be more expressive in high school. And there was a teacher and his former student, and they were teaching it. And they just don't. That CBS News doesn't bring up the fact that the guy who's telling all these men to hug each other is a homosexual man. And it's just like, and again, I'm not shaming him for being homosexual. I'm saying the idea that that's not like, do you remember we talk about sympathy and empathy? A homosexual man cannot empathize with my challenges as a man attracting women. He can't. I'm sorry. He can't. And also, you can be a gay man and be provided for. As a man, I'm not going to be provided for. So you don't have empathy for my situation, but you're telling me to be more vulnerable? I'm sorry. There's a huge gap in logic right there. And so that's the thing. Going back to what you said before, they're not competent because they're taught it's toxic to be competent. Mm-hmm. That's part of the issue.
Well, okay, but here's also the thing. There's some men that also just obviously have never gotten taught life skills, because there was times, like, I dated this guy when I was like 18 and he was 24. He should know better. And he used to be in the military. Like, he was a Marine, and he doesn't even know how to like clean a fish. Like, he had no idea. He was like,
okay, I don't know how to clean a fish.
I was about to say, like,
how to skin a rabbit.
I know how to clean a fish. I know how to clean it. My dad taught me right. Okay, I'm just saying.
That's some like Iowa stuff though.
I know hunt, I know how to
rabbit,
fish, I know how to camp. I can make a fire out of nothing.
Thank you.
I can make a fire out of nothing, but I don't know how to clean a fish.
Right, so
I probably do know how to clean a fish.
I got you.
But that's supposed to be like he was like in the military, like Marine.
You think that's what they teach us in the military?
Basic training is clean the fish is like
survival
the third
skills.
lesson.
Yeah, survival skills. I mean, I guess maybe include cleaning a fish. It's
No.
more like eating worms.
ants and all of that. But I think the biggest thing, though, like going back in today's
What are the
time,
Marines? Cran eaters?
Cran eaters?
Yeah,
Isn't that Marines
it
cran
is.
eaters? They
Yeah.
eat crayons?
Yeah.
I don't know what.
I'm pretty sure it's eat cran.
Ask
Yeah.
them, like, yeah.
Cranberries?
It's an insult to their level of intelligence. That's what it is. You're a crayon eater.
Did
That's
you say
like an
crayon eater?
Yeah,
crayon eater.
Crayon.
It's
Like a crayon.
No, stop saying that about this. Stop saying about our brothers in the Marine Corps.
It's an
That's horrible.
initiation.
Wait, let Abby go ahead.
But it's what they're being taught now is the emotion part. One of my favorite things my therapist ever told me is there's no logic in emotion. There's no emotion in logic. You're either in one side of the brain or the other. And if you're in that heightened state. And so a lot of men nowadays are being taught to be in that emotional part, feel
From a very early age.
Yeah. And then it goes also to what you're saying, parents of divorce. So a lot of men are being raised by women. A woman cannot teach a man how to be a man. Point blank. Like, at the end of the day, women, we know how to be women innately just as much as men know how to be men. And so if you're a man or a boy being raised in a home without a father, then you're not going to have that man sort of influence to teach you how to change a tire, how to, fix a cabinet, your plumbing, you're this, you're that. And you're also having a female influence of telling you to be emotional. And then don't even get me started the rabbit hole of our food and all the estrogen
the GMOs and everything.
And our testosterone levels are low. The sperm levels are low. It's lower than it's ever been for any generation when it comes to the younger millennials and Gen Zs and Alpha and they're
one of the most important things a woman
Thank you,
should
Myron.
be teaching.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
one of the most important things a woman should be teaching their sons is
how to fillet a fish.
How
Clean the fish, man.
how to treat a woman, how, like, open doors, like open the car door, like make sure that they're on the make sure the woman's on in the inside and not on the outside while walking. Like, those are things that, like, yes, a man should teach their son, but a woman also should.
Yes.
I'm going to start a new podcast, and it's going to be me and you out in the woods. We're going to go
I'm so
camping
down.
and fishing.
I wanted to
and
do
I would
this
watch
whole
that.
thing where I would,
hunting and dressing up,
Can I
dress
join,
the deer or the
please?
I'll so
Oh, yeah.
do it.
I wanna
Let's do it.
participate, life skills.
And then I'll put on makeup and while we're on the boat, and it'll be great. I'll suntan.
There
It
we
sounds like
go.
an amazing
See?
time.
Do you understand how popular that would be?
It's like alone.
We can put it on my
I
OnlyFans.
know,
We can do
we
OFTV, which
yes.
is not sex at all.
I know people would think, when's the sex going to happen? It's not.
Yeah.
It's just us fucking around.
We can totally do this as an OFTV thing.
Yes.
I got people with cameras that will go and do this right now. Let's go to what
That'd
is
be
it?
awesome.
The lake. What's that lake?
Lake Mead?
Yes.
Yeah, we could go out there.
Yeah. I don't know how good the fish is out there though.
They're bass out
I mean, they feed on the dead bodies that are.
there. Yes,
No,
that are
on God.
floaters.
Like,
We just
God.
throw back all the bottom feeders. We just,
Yeah.
we won't take the bottom feeders home.
Let me get these
You
real
should not
quick.
talk about women like that.
Rational Redneck says he's loving
Really?
the audio tonight. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Yeah, I was going to
All
ask you
things
guys if you like
considered.
the audio better than what we did before.
Yeah. And then I've had high school girls in classes say they are going to graduate and marry a rich man. When I go over the stats on that, they all look stunned.
Yeah, that is part. That is
Are you
part of the
still
issue.
in school?
Well, I was going to say back to your video though, is I think that a lot of like the basic sort of life, maybe not filleting. I can fillet a fish if you'd like, but I was going to say that a lot of like this basic competency skills, I think there's something to be said about how it's what's called creative intelligence, and women, human females, select for creative intelligence. So if you have a guy like the studies that I've read anyways they'll have these sort of fictitious men, and one is a guy who has made a lot of money and then lost that money and then made that money again. Okay, that's one. Then there's the guy who is sort of like the trust fund baby. He is very, very rich because he comes from a very rich family, never made the money back again or anything like that. And then there's some other ones, but those are the main two. And of course, women will say that the guy, maybe you guys would agree, the guy who can make money, fight back from a deficit, and then creatively come up with another way to make more money, that guy is more attractive than the guy who's just won the lottery.
100%.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like they're a little bit more down to earth and they understand like real life issues. Where a guy who has a trust fund, like
They're
just-
bratty.
they're untouched. They're like not touched to society and like what's actually going on. I
Well,
feel
and
like.
also they have an attitude and they're bratty. They're whiners.
I don't even
Mhm.
get along with like people like that either because they just don't understand me. Like,
Yeah.
everything
Well,
I
the men
learn-
who lose everything and then make it back, those men are resourceful. So it's like you want someone who is resourceful and that you know that no matter what, no matter how far down you get, you can claw back maybe even higher. And that's what ideally
Well,
we want.
it translate. Well, I mean, the study was experimenting for creative intelligence, and is it
Mhm.
something that is a selected for thing? Right now, as far as sapiosexuals go, a higher intelligence for a guy is actually a turn off, but higher creative intelligence, meaning that guy can come back from. Like, it's one thing if you know everything about World War II tanks, right? And it's like, it's just this sort of useless knowledge, but you might be very intelligent. You have it. Like, women are like, but if it's something where you can say, okay, I made a shit ton of money doing this. Oh man, we're bankrupt. Now what can I come back from this? Kind of like Alex Hormozy, right? Because
Hormozy was- Hormozy was broke.
his wife stuck around when he was
Yeah.
filing for bankruptcy, and then he came back.
He was
and now
$100
he's
grand.
Alex
He was
Hormozy.
$100 in debt and sold a product, and he hadn't even written the product when he sold it. And
Oh
made
my
a whole
gosh.
bunch of
See,
money
that's
from it.
attractive.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Fake it
correct
till
me
you
if
make
I'm
it.
wrong. Intelligence and IQ are not the same.
Well, so sort of. I
Sort
understand.
of.
I understand what you're saying. What? Okay, let me see if I can explain this. There is no allegory. There is no money in the ancestral period. Okay, so evolutionarily, there's no money. So the allegory for money is competency. So instead of me bringing home the Lamborghini, I bring home the meat, like
The resources.
The resource, exactly
Mhm.
right. So you understand that. So what was the question again?
So IQ and intelligence,
Yes.
because IQ is basically your ability to
Yes.
adapt.
So here's the thing.
IQ is the way we measure.
Okay, so when women say I like an
Based on
intelligent man,
patterns.
when women say I like an intelligent man, I know a lot of intelligent men.
Yeah.
Women are not interested in. What women like are competent men. And so when I take my competency and I put it into the real world to manifest things like money and success, the term for that is competency. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then women also like relevant men, but they confuse the word relevant and competent for intelligent. And it's not I'm not saying that they're not intelligent. I'm saying that's not why you aren't into Elon Musk because he's intelligent.
Right.
You're into Elon Musk because he took that intelligence and made a thing out of it.
Would you say that's synonymous with adaptability?
Adaptability would be that as well.
That's part of creative intelligence, which is improvisation, adaptation, innovation.
That's
that
true
kind of stuff.
intelligence.
What I'm saying is I don't know how intelligent Tom Brady is, but I know women found him attractive because he was a good quarterback, because he's competent at the thing he did. So it's like, I can't look at you and see an IQ, but what I can see is the manifestation of like how much. And then there's also things like risk taking. Risk taking is definitely more attractive to women than intelligence. This is why everyone at this table, all of you,
hey, bad boy,
all of you have dated a drug dealer. I already know.
Come on, that's my type.
Monica waits outside the prison.
Wow, none of them are denying it. Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
I still like them back.
Anything under 19 doesn't count.
Being a successful risk taker.
Decisions on that.
He's a successful businessman, okay? He's very successful.
Being a successful risk taker is more attractive to women than intelligence, but women will tell you empathy and intelligence and kindness are the most attractive things. No, they're the most attractive things to men they're already attracted to. Then and that's where things get mixed up. Go ahead.
Monica waits outside of county for the new releases.
Hey, I was, it was 6 months in jail or out in the free world. I was really debating if it's like guys and girls, like I could find my future husband in there.
So something like what you said is like, okay, that there are people with high IQs, but they're not competent. Those kinds of people.
Yes.
I think the reason why women are not liking them, not because maybe they're not unattractive, I feel like they have a victim mentality because
some of them
they whine, they think that the world is against them a lot of the time.
I think you're describing a certain type of person who is a victim, but they could have intelligence or might not have intelligence.
They have intelligence, but they don't do anything with it.
Sure, but
they think the whole world is against them.
Yes, I'm just saying in general, having a victim mentality is that way.
Some people use that as a strength, though.
Yeah,
for themselves being that victim. Like I
well,
just
then they're manipulating. But then but yes, that's where I got it, Vince.
Yes, he used it too.
No, it's manipulation. That's where he
weaponized
but he's also,
incompetence.
But he weaponized his victim mentality.
Yes,
and he used it.
But he's a really smart person. But he's also somebody
who is this?
Vince.
This guy on Big Brother. Okay, it just got over. Okay, but here's also the thing, though. Like he also lives in his mom's basement and doesn't have a job.
I know.
And you know why? And it's like, okay, I know he's that same way at home where he's talking to his parents, crying every fucking day, saying that he's a low life. And blah 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 blah. That's how. And I'm so glad he didn't win.
He's like, no, same. He's a vampire, and that's what some people do.
He's an energy sucker.
They feed off of empathetic people. They have that intelligence where they know they can victimize themselves
Yeah.
and seek out people that are sympathetic or empathetic to those people, and will put up with.
I love that you picked that
and
up.
drain the energy out of it. Suck the energy out.
It's called weaponized incompetence.
Sure.
So it's like
Gotcha.
people,
Sure, and I don't want to work with people like that.
No.
I don't. And
nobody does.
Again, it's just
Parasites.
there is morality as far as attraction is concerned with women is surplus to requirements, meaning you don't have to be moral for women to like you. That's why girls date the drug dealer. But women will claim that morality is what they look for. For instance, there's a great point. I heard Orion Taraban saying this. Women will say, what is the most attractive thing? They'll say loyalty. And I'm like, bro, I know thousands of men who aren't loyal, and women throw themselves at these men. So what that means is that the actual loyalty or those moral features, those are good qualities in a man you have a baby with, but that's not what you need for attraction. And that's what men are trying to solve for, because there's so many guys out there. If you're like, I just want a guy who's nice to me, man, Abby, I could find so many guys that are nice to you. Katarina, I could find so many guys that are nice to you, and you wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire.
So
for money, though.
I
think
my problem is that I think arrogance and confidence are the same fucking thing when it comes to men. I'm like,
sure.
To a certain level,
and I'm
you could play it off. You could play it off for sure.
Yes, and I'm like, no, you're. And then 9 months down the line, I'm like, no, you're
That's
just
because
arrogant.
competence looks like arrogance because it's so fucking rare today.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, the other thing, I had Brandy Andrews on my show, and she was talking about how she had to quit confusing physical abuse for love. It's like sometimes you get your wires crossed because of something that happens in
Quite
your
literally,
girl.
or
Or
literally in your brain, there is a physical like within your brain that they are crossed.
Or it's a situation where you had no competent male figure in your life growing up, or you're from a divorced household and your mother kept telling you that your father was Homer Simpson, he was incompetent, and so now that is the blueprint that you view, the lens with which you view every man, and now that becomes problematic, and now you're like you're complaining about men falling.
Daddy issues, and I still feel that way on a daily, consistent basis.
I don't know if you guys can hear Laura.
No, you can't.
Okay,
It sounds different.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's the thing about, like, to kind of throw it a little bit on women. It's like, when you say that women don't date a man for his morals, I think the disconnect there is a lot of women's values don't align with their actions, and it goes towards men too. But saying you want something and then behaving a
Gloria
completely
Steinem,
different
you
way-
had better be careful saying shit like this. Are you kidding me? That is the most non-progressive shit I have ever heard you say. Women's actions and their desires don't line up. It's completely true. What you're saying is 100% accurate.
It's the same thing for men, though. It's the same thing for men.
Okay.
I'm only saying for women
Okay,
because
so-
you're literally talking
But that goes back to
specifically
what
about women's
Sartini was
behavior
saying.
right now.
so-
I'm agreeing with him
so-
that it's actions are not aligning with values.
Okay, so here's the thing. You are correct, but here's where the difference is. All right. If I have you guys, any of you ever read Jonathan Haidt's Happiness Hypothesis? You guys ever read it? He goes through this concept of the elephant and the rider. So I want you to think of the rider is the conscious, and then the elephant is the subconscious. Well, the thing is, for women, you might be talking to the rider, and the rider's like, I want a kind man, I want a empathetic man, I want a man who reads books, reads to children, is going to buy me flowers. And then if we talk to the elephant's like, I want tattoo sleeves, steroid addict, I want him to be abusive, I want him to be toxic and ignore me randomly. That's what happens. So the rider and the elephant are disconnected from each other. For a man, though, my conscience is going to tell me I like the volleyball player with a boob job and a tiny waist and blue eyes. And the elephant is going to say the same thing. My conscious and my subconscious are attracted to the same thing. And so because of that, it's not a feature or a bug. Men are actually, I think, more in tune with their attraction triggers than women are. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying, Rolo?
Absolutely.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
I literally just had it done to me
What?
by a man.
What do you mean?
What?
Like, love bomb me, would like come and see me.
No.
ask me to
You're
see
missing the two
him.
things. You're talking about your experience from him. I'm talking about his experience. In his experience, he's probably fully understanding of what he's attracted to. Like, as men, we're just like, if you just like the women we're attracted to and the women we watch in porn tend to be the same women. Like there's not this disconnect like what you guys are saying.
I think that goes to the older generation though, and just programming.
You're
And
Are you calling him
kind of-
You're just old.
Are you
Mike.
calling him old?
It
and
kinda
then
goes
saying
back to
something
Freud.
that is completely like.
No, I go, okay. So what you're talking about is a disconnect that you're feeling because he was trying to.
That I'm feeling it actually happened.
Yeah.
Like, it's happened. I don't like you
But-
say.
Can you guys put a 1 in the
things-
chat if you guys would go out with Laura and not gaslight her? Put a 1 in the
Oh
chat.
my gosh.
Put a 1 in, so we're gonna find someone for
one,
Laura.
and it's, the one is gaslight.
Already no.
Huh?
Before
Not Michael. Michael.
Wait, someone
I
took
feel
over
like-
my account and put 1 in there. You see this shit? I didn't type this. Somebody put a 1 in there.
So I'm gonna
Look
say
at
something
two.
that's gonna upset men here is I think there is a disconnect with men because so many men say they want a specific like woman for looks, but then they end up trying to date their mother and get mad when she doesn't behave that way.
Interesting. I think
Those are young men who don't know what they need.
So Katarina, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm saying most men will take anything they can get. So
Yeah.
a guy is going to describe that he wants Megan Fox, and he's going to take anything he can get, especially if he's in the
Be like,
bottom
you have
third of
blue
men.
eyes that look like Megan
No, you-
Fox.
you
Yeah, I got
have-
Megan Fox.
Like you have a pulse and a vagina, and like I can actually have sex on a regular basis. They'll say yes to anything. In fact, we're gonna play that. We need to play that Paul Pierce clip here in a little bit. It's so funny. But yeah, there's a question I want to ask you guys. If you want to get to that first clip, do you remember the one I showed you?
Yeah, we're gonna go. Yeah, I want you to set that up.
Okay. So actually, no, I don't
Man,
want
we
to.
gotta wait till she comes back.
We gotta wait till she comes back. But we have is she coming back here? Hold on. Okay, cool. It's the idea of body count. Okay, and I'm not trying to make a judgmental thing, but I am going to talk about like the double standard when it comes to body count, because there is a pretty massive double standard when it comes to body count. But there's a reason for it, and the reason why is historically or evolutionarily, as men, we always didn't know the paternity certainty, and as women, they did. Are you going to the bathroom right now?
No, I was gonna get water.
Okay. Can somebody? No, it's fine. Can somebody grab Norman a water here real quick? and then we're just waiting on Abby, and then we'll get this thing started. Can you cue it up?
Oh yeah, it's ready to go.
To bring back to like the what women like, yes, I like tatted. I want submissive, but also don't give me a lot of attention. Don't be a simp, but also be a simp. I want all of it. I want the flowers. I want it all, but like also don't like me too much because otherwise it freaks me out.
So here's a funny thing. I feel like you are.
That's it.
I went home, but I don't think you're out of touch with your attraction triggers.
No, I'm not.
But you also have a unique line of work that may have
Well, I'm also
that place.
very self-aware of myself.
Right.
I'm so self-aware that my therapist is like, I don't know what you want from these. Like, I can't help you because you already talk yourself out of like therapy every time.
You're not trying to be the moral porn star. Like I see what you're saying. So
but I am one of the ones that is like the least raunchy, I would think.
Okay, the least raunchy.
Yeah.
Hooker with the heart of gold.
I am.
Run the tape. I want to see. Run the tape.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if the show was on?
Run
Could you imagine if we did this? We live
it.
streamed on OFTV, and then it was just like we'd have a conversation, and then we'd walk like Sterling Cooper fucking some girl,
Well, I think
and then it's like Jessica. Okay, let's roll the tape, and our guest today is Nicolette Shea. Let's give Nicolette Shea
I think it's because
a score.
I think it's because I grew up on a farm, and I also grew up very severely bullied as a kid. So like, I'm not like one of those people that is. So I don't have a big head. I know who I am, and I know I'm not the hottest shit. Okay.
But in my head, I'm the hottest shit.
And I've actually I'm in the process of training my brain to actually hype myself up more because I've noticed that letting people step on you is not okay, and I've let people step on me for a very long time. So like I need to gas myself up and also like tell people like shut the fuck up and don't talk to me like that, you know?
Fendom.
Yeah, but
Just kidding.
I'm not a
sorry.
dom. I'm a submissive girl, except for in the bedroom.
Okay, you ready?
I love this. Right? Are all these chicks porn workers? No,
Just me.
Didn't we cover this already?
Yes. This is the thing. Welcome to Access
Might have tuned in late.
It's just so wild to me. Again, guys, this is the problem. It's like, just consider, this makes your life so much simpler if you could just disqualify all these women as sex workers when they're not, and because then you don't have to deal with the rejection that you're going through. Sorry, every attractive woman, every woman with boobs and who's skinny is not a sex worker, and that's the problem, man. It's just like it makes you so bad with women when you act like that. Anyway, you want to run it?
If we're tapped into our sexuality, there's nothing wrong with that. A woman being tapped into her sexuality does not make her a sex worker.
And I feel like it's more appreciated in Vegas because we're all like, it's very sexual and like influenced place. So everyone is a little bit more sexualized and more in tune with their sexuality. So I mean, I could see where some people could
we're a bit
mistake
desensitized.
We are.
Here. The rest of the world is kind of not like how we are.
Because you guys can compartmentalize it. That's why.
Yeah.
It's not.
Is that why I have so many issues?
Well,
but I also think like even as a bartender, you can use your sexual body and be pretty and like use that to get more money. That's what we're supposed to do in Vegas. If you don't, you're not going to make it.
Men or women, no matter what we're doing in business, we're selling ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, is somebody going to buy something from you if they don't trust you? No.
I wear those tight pants when I'm trying to close a deal.
All right, set this up. Remember, you're going to raise a hand?
No, we're doing it at the end.
Oh, at the afterwards.
Play the video. Ladies, I want you to watch this video. Pay attention.
All right, I thought we were going to do this after. That's okay. I got it right here. All right, let me set this up.
On the count of 3, we're going to say our body count. On the count of 3, we're gonna say our body counts at the same time. For the first time. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 650.
Oh! You're joking, right?
No.
You're joking.
Yours is not 4. Come on.
You're joking, right?
I mean, it's like 6 something, like 612, but I stopped counting. What?
You're fucking joking.
I stopped counting after like 600.
I'm downloading Tinder right now.
Why?
I gotta catch up. What are you talking
Yours
about?
Yours is not 4. Why are you lying
what
to me? I thought we were gonna be honest.
Oh my god. Who cares if mine's 40? You just said 650. I'm downloading Tinder.
I didn't say 650.
I gotta catch up, bro.
600.
I gotta get Bumble. I gotta get
like
Hinge.
What are you doing?
I'm about to be clapping cheeks. What are you talking about?
You guys ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna play a little game.
Oh no.
Okay. And just ladies, can I have you guys all close your eyes?
Oh no.
Okay. Can we get the wide shot so we can see everybody?
Can
all
I
right.
opt
Cool.
out?
Make sure.
I only care if you're clean. I don't care about
Okay,
numbers.
right. No,
Let me say that
stop
first.
talking. Stop talking. You don't ruin it. Okay. Ready? Ladies, you want to close your eyes. Do
Close
not
your
look at each
eyes.
other. I need all you ladies to close your eyes.
Close
okay?
your eyes.
Ready?
Close your
I'm
eyes.
going to say a
Don't
number.
look.
I'm going to say an integer. And when this integer, you are in a relationship with a man. Everything is going well in this relationship. The sex is good. He is, in all intents and purposes, you guys have been together, let's just say at this point, for 8 months, and there's been no red flags so far. At this point, for however reason, you get to know his actual body count. I'm going to say his body count. When it's a problem, raise your hand. When it's a problem. 10, 20, 50. No, just don't keep your eyes closed. Go ahead. Keep your eyes closed. 50, 60. Just raise your hand. Can you raise it up so the audience can see here? Okay, cool. 70.
My hand's not gonna go up.
Stop.
Okay.
Please don't say anything that loud. So 70. Keep your hands up, you two. Okay, cool. 70, 100, 150.
It's like an auction.
200, 250, 300, 300, 400, 500, 500. Okay, we got 500. 500 going once. 600, 700, 800. I don't even know if I could be friends with a dude at 800. I'm just kidding. 900.
Is it even possible at that point?
1,000. Is there 1,000?
I mean,
Definitely possible.
Okay, all right, here we go. So you guys can open up your eyes.
my
I just want to show this to the guys out there watching. It's like, so we had one at 50, one at 70, and then one at 100. What did you
500,
500.
500.
At 500.
My mom's gonna
And
be
the
so
And the rest of the rest of the girls didn't raise their hand even at $1,000, at 1,000. Okay, so women do not seem to care that much about body count as men do. And you saw him like freaking out at 650, right? That was still so wild.
well, and here's the thing. I think it'd be very hypocritical, me being in porn, to even put a number, because, and also like, that whole men thinking that like, oh, you're used and your pussy's gonna be loose and stuff. That's not real, because I've had sex plenty, and I get literally yesterday someone was
It's
like,
a
oh my
muscle.
god, it's the tightest I've ever had. So
Do your
Use
Kegels,
it.
ladies. Do your Kegels.
My mom said the answer is 7, always 7. She just texted me that. She said the answer is always 7.
I don't feel like I have to tell you anything, and I'm cool.
anyone who asks
You know
you
what you're doing either. so
any
that's
man
none
who
of your
asks you
business.
what your body count is, just break up with them.
Is
Because they're just-
insecure.
because here's the thing. Here's
Insecure.
the thing.
No,
He's gonna be mad at any number you give. Either
Ready? So
you're
here's
too
what you
low
do.
or you're
Fellas,
too high.
here, what
So
you
it
do
doesn't matter.
Is you talk to her and you say, hey, did I make your top 20? Did I at least make your top
Just don't
20?
ask. It's
like
honestly,
low
it's
ambitions.
rude. It's rude as fuck.
And like you said, as long as they're clean.
Yeah.
No, that's
And
my
here's the
thing. As
thing.
long as you're clean, I really don't want to know. Like, I don't ask that. And when a guy does ask me that, I really am just like, I really don't want to continue with that guy, because I'm like, why does it matter? As long as you're
Practice,
clean, I'm clean,
practice.
whatever.
Practice.
And for-
that's
yeah.
what with
for-
my fiance and I, we say
Practice makes
thank you to all the people beforehand
That
because
made me this
I
way.
have no complaints. I got
And
no
for me,
complaints.
For me, if I was in a relationship, if there's two different dynamics for me, because I can go with someone who's in the industry, which it's a different dynamic. We both mess around with multiple people, because it's work. Work is work. We come home. It's going to be, at the end of the day, I'm in your bed. We share life. Don't go out to dinner afterwards. That's cheating. That's emotional cheating.
Yeah.
That's not okay. For a civilian, if I were to date,
Get civilian.
The terminology was hilarious. Keep going.
That's what we say. So for a civilian, go get tested. Okay. And if we're in the talking phase or whatever, if you have relations with somebody else, just make sure you go and get tested before we do. Just be honest. I don't care.
No,
But if
straight
we're
up. Just be fucking for real.
But if we're in an actual real relationship, I might be going to work, but it's work. I don't have emotional ties. I am getting a check. It is only money. It is me showing up to work, doing my job, and coming home.
What is the book, The Ethical Slut? I personally haven't read it, but it basically describes these sort of things. Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna like, it's like if you're gonna be a slut, be an ethical slut.
It's pretty debunked.
I haven't read it.
But also, I would have to be
with the rational.
I would have to be with a man that is so secure in our relationship and himself that he would have to realize that I am coming home to you.
No, I'm with you. But,
coming
but
home
hold on.
to you.
And it's hard for a man to
Hold on.
compartmentalize that.
Just so we're clear, because we're talking about how strong this man is. You are going to have sex with other dudes on camera, and he is not going to have sex with anyone else, and he needs to be strong enough to be able to understand that it's just work.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Correct. But he can't go have sex with other women?
No, because then it's emotional and it's physical.
Emotional. It sounds immoral too.
Yes.
There we go.
Do you bring anyone home for fun?
Not maybe sometimes, but not really.
Not really.
No,
why would you do that? Because then
maybe.
other women would have sex with her man.
If the guy was,
It's not like that. It's just more of like it's not like I'm not into women. Why would I bring a woman in if I'm not sexually attracted to a woman? Yeah.
Well,
it's not fun for both of us. It's just fun for him.
Because you're
So fuck
humiliating
you.
your dude.
Is there a difference between if it was a civilian or it was a guy in the industry? Then would either one would you bring a girl home for?
No, because I'm not attracted to women. It's the same thing.
So it's
needs
just
to be mutually beneficial.
Okay, so
now if I do find a girl that I find attractive, it was like, okay, there might be one or two, but that maybe we'll talk
Who are they?
about it.
List their names right now.
Usually it's a
Which
girl
one of you
that
girls
looks
can clean a fish?
Usually it's like a bubbly girl that looks exactly like me except blonde, like my natural hair, and then it's like, petite, like me times two.
So a twin.
Yeah.
Where's my doppelganger
I
at?
don't myself, okay?
Can you see how a lot of men who are also pretty strong might not want that deal?
That's why they're not mine.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And I'm okay with
Is
that.
it possible for them to have a good life, even though they don't want
Yeah.
that arrangement? Okay, good. Just making sure that I'm not losing my fucking mind here, because that
I don't think that's outrageous, to be honest.
I think there's some guys who would accept that. I just think that most guys, 95% of guys,
Well, here's
don't
the
accept
thing: I don't fall in love with my co-stars.
Apparently.
But like somebody who would, like, if he goes out to the club and picks up a girl, he potentially fall in love with her. And I'm like, no, that you're putting yourself into that position. It's completely different. Also, when you're in the sex industry, your mind changes to the sex industry standards. So you understand when someone's a civilian, you don't understand fully of like it's work.
It's the compartmentalizing.
I was just about to say.
So
I was going to say this is. I have a question for you too, but before I do, this is really good. Are they able to see it, or is it a form of selective blindness? A little of both, actually. And it goes back to what I was saying about compartmentalizing it. Most women can't compartmentalize an emotional investment with sex, right? Most men can. That's why we can go on Pornhub, rub one out, and go down the street and have a big gulp.
And I think the sex industry has made me be able to do that.
Okay, well, that's what I was going to say. There's women that can do that because they're either really sexual or they're in the business, or
it's a learning skill.
I think OnlyFans is actually training and conditioning women so that they can compartmentalize it, because normally speaking, there's that emotional, because I got to be in love with the guy, he's got to have feelings for him, I got to be comfortable with you, all this. I know, I realize it's bullshit.
Hold on, listen. Do you ever enjoy working with any male talent?
Yeah, there's some that I have like really...
She got a crush.
No, I'm saying, but like it's a physically enjoyable experience.
Yeah, a lot of times.
All right, hold on. Do you think
we have good connection on camera?
Wait. Do you think that the male talent has a good positive physical experience when they're having sex with you?
All the time.
Okay. And as your man is supposed to be strong enough to be okay with the fact that you are not only having sex, I get it that you're compartmentalizing it emotionally, but you are enjoying it, and so is the other guy, and I'm supposed to be strong enough.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's different because like when you're at work, I'm not having emotional connection with my co-star.
But he's enjoying it. See,
but he's not having emotional connection with it either.
It doesn't matter. The point, this is the part that actually makes it worse. This is the part that you're missing. It's not just that when if a girl goes off and films with some other dude, it's not whether or not, let's make she hated the whole scene. Honey, I hated the whole scene that I filmed. It was terrible. he enjoyed it, and you're my girl, and he enjoyed it. That's the problem.
Then that becomes possessiveness. I think that's what you're saying.
think me.
It's a
Hold on.
possession.
Ready? Time out. Can I get the camera on me?
That sounds like I don't want anyone touching my things.
Stop.
I don't like
not
sharing.
wanting. Not wanting another dude to stick his penis in my girl is not possessiveness.
No,
that is madness.
It's not.
That is normal fucking heterosexual behavior.
I think there's a lot of nuance and a lot of levels to this conversation of the fact. I agree with what you're saying. Like men, the way like you're seeing another man enjoy your woman, like just as a man, no. Hard stop.
Homicide.
No.
Homicide.
Done. But done. And then there's also the nuance of what Jessica is explaining. There is the compartmentalizing. There's the desensitizing when you're in that industry. So I think a better situation would be you have two non-civilians together rather than a civilian. And
because then the guy could understand a little bit more, and like you could be like, oh, it's just work. Like,
and that's also why a lot of people, when they're in the industry, when they date a civilian, or sometimes it's even other performers, when the man is like, no, I don't want you to perform anymore, but then also that performer is also going off and still doing work. Like,
it's just how men are, though. I mean, that's just how they're wired. I think.
But
that
here's the
comes
thing:
down to a whole nature thing.
I'm still going no matter what, and it goes back to what that clip that we had earlier, where it's like, I'm not going to put myself in a position to be vulnerable because anytime you could leave.
Right.
And you know what? And then I'm not going to be that one that's going to be 3 years down the road getting back into porn and then have to start completely over.
80% of divorces are initiated by women. Like we're the ones 4 times more likely for you to leave.
But no, a lot of the time it's triggered because of a man, like cheating or all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to say all, but sometimes it's cheating or being unhappy.
If what you were saying was
it's
true,
men's fault all the time. It's men's fault.
If what you're saying was true, then 75% of lesbians wouldn't get divorced. It's crazy.
It's toxic masculinity. That's toxic femininity.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's like at the end of the day, if something were to happen and we break up 3 years down the road and I have to restart, it's completely over.
You're concerned with sunk cost is what it is. It's a sunk cost phenomenon, whatever. A moment ago, you were saying if I was with a civilian and he should accept the fact that I'm just going to work and having sex with guys, whatever. But if he goes out to the club, finds a chick and knocks it out with her, you're worried that he's going to catch feelings for her. And then you will lose your return on investment, right? Because you put all your emotions and everything else into this one guy, correct?
Yes, yeah.
So is that not then a form of possessiveness? That's number one. Number two is this: is it possible for that guy to go out in the clubs, find a chick, bang her, and say, "Oh, it was nothing. I didn't catch feelings for her, so it was just sex. It was just like you going to work."
Yeah.
This is insanity, bro.
Is that a possibility that a guy can compartmentalize?
I want to see what you have to say.
Well, where's the transparency there, right? So, if you're going to work, you say, "Hey, I'm going to work. This is who I'm filming with. This is the scene." Etc.
Yeah.
If they go to a club, hey, this is the girl that I picked up. This is the random from the night.
Then you're just hurting my feelings.
Exactly. So that's
Why is he hurting your feelings?
Because he didn't need to do that. I'm doing it for money.
Wait, why didn't you go to the club with him? My question, why wouldn't you just go to the club?
Because she's not attracted to women.
Because maybe I haven't seen the next day.
No, so that he doesn't bring home another woman.
Maybe
just go to the club.
First of all, I don't want to have to I don't want to have to babysit.
No, if that's what you're worried about.
I don't want to babysit. It's not my job to babysit my husband. And then also too, maybe I haven't seen the next day. I have to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning to go to my scene.
Communication.
Maybe I'm not even there. Maybe I'm in LA. Maybe I'm in Florida.
It's not communication. It's not.
If the intention for the guy is just to go to the club,
we are literally
to find a girl, hey babe, by the way,
we are literally
I'm connecting with this girl. If you have that open arrangement, that sort of agreement,
we're literally discussing which version of flat Earth is most true. This is ridiculous.
But also,
none of this is true. I understand that if you find a guy who will tolerate this shit that you're talking about,
I know it's asking a lot. I know it's asking a lot.
I wish you nothing but the best. 95% of men who have any standards whatsoever are not going to even attempt to try to justify this nonsense. No.
But on another note, I do know a lot of people that are both in the scene, and they have a beautiful, loving marriage, and they've been on for 10 years.
I know them too. And again, I'm not judging them. I'm saying that the idea that's just it's about communication. No, it's about finding this 1 in a million dude who's totally fucking fine with this.
Well, get with the program.
Huh?
She knows her worth. She's not naive. Like, she knows what she wants. She's honest about it. She's transparent. Like, as long as you have all of those qualities, just don't lie about shit. Don't lie about where you're at, what you want, what you're willing to do, compromise, etc.
Well, and then is hopefully the guy that I decide to take on. Well, if they do, if the scenario that they go to the club and they fuck someone else, they would tell me that they need to go get checked, and then they go and pay for a test because. What they're not going to do is give me an STD or an STI and where I'm out of work for 2 weeks.
That's a great point. I recant
Workers'
everything.
comp. You're right. You're right.
He's
workers' comp.
I got it.
Not possessive. Madness.
I got another hypothetical for you.
Okay.
You're dating a civilian. Okay. And he knows what you do and he's okay with that. Now, after a little while, you're in 6 months. He says, you know what? I really like what you do. I feel drawn. I feel like this is my passion. I want to get into the business too.
Go ahead, baby.
Then you're okay.
Yes,
with that.
100%.
So if it's
make
in
that
the
money,
industry,
as long as it's on camera,
you gotta. You must have a good dick if I'm married to
going
you.
to the club with him, though.
So if that's the case, then what's the difference between him going to the club and finding some girl
Because it's
or getting and
non-civilian.
working?
Because here's the thing: when
so if he's drawing a paycheck.
Yeah, well, it's not even just that. When you go to the club and you meet a girl, then they want the number, and then the girl falls in love because they have sex and blah 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 blah, and it causes problems because they go to the club and the girl is like, "I want to have sex with you," and then they have sex, and then she's like, "Oh, I love you." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
So
Norman, is that your
I'm in love with you.
Because here's the thing: most civilian women that are like normal women do not think the way I think, where they can fucking leave.
They get the
So wait, I have a question.
Again, I agree with what you're saying, but that's not a superpower. Like it's great.
I think it is. Because I used to be like boy crazy, and ever since I'm like, I don't want men at all.
Right,
I have a question though. So you said that if he like gets paid for it or he gets a paycheck or whatever, it's okay. So what if she buys him the drinks?
Oh.
She's
got $17 drink. We going home now.
Like he got the free drink.
He get a drink for sex. I don't think that's because I don't get
but women
myself
every night do that.
Yeah, but I don't.
Clock it.
That's all he got. Good job, baby.
Not me. No, I said women.
If all you need is one drink to have sex with my man, then you can have him.
Clock it.
Which one?
On stage with Chris Brown.
Oh,
I love Chris Brown. I saw Chris Brown.
There we go. You saw Chris Brown. It's so
he didn't
amazing.
even pick me up on stage, and I got so mad.
You were mad.
Chris
Brown concert.
I jumped out of the stadium. I was asking people to throw me onto this man.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay, well, watch this. Let's watch this right now.
Chris Brown concert, right? What are you doing if your girl goes on stage and she's like, oh my God, it's Chris. He choking her out. They boom, boom, bam, 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 bam. Grinding. All on stage. It's popping.
So I'm going to speak for me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to speak for just the normal average person who's not famous.
Yeah.
If it's me, you're done. Like Paul Pierce, you're not embarrassing me. But I'm just talking about for Ray in the hood, you got to swallow that, my nigga. And just think she's like, look, I'm famous now. Like, Ray, you got to go home and be like, you was on stage with Chris Brown. Like, yeah, Ray, if your girl went up there, Demetrius, like the homies in the hood, that your girl got put on stage and Chris Brown, you better flick up and put it on Instagram. You flick up and put it on Instagram and you keep it pushing like, this is still my girl because you didn't go home with him. But for me, that's more public embarrassment because now it's like Paul Pierce's girl was like Chris was doing that. So now that's going to be on the blogs. That's going to be in discussions. But
yeah, but what if you had a private relationship, people didn't know it was your girl? Would it still bother you?
Yeah, they going to know that's my girl.
No, what if people did not know?
They're going to know.
Okay, this is what I'm going to say.
I'm not like walking around like people know who Paul Pierce is, and they gonna like once he like show everybody like that's his girl, they gonna be like, oh, that's P girl. Like, that's tricky, P. Now my DMs is gonna be now. I'm gonna be walking down, yo, girl, Chris Brown. No, but the homie who was down the street, you just like, you take flick up and you go on Instagram and be like, yeah, she was on stage with Chris Brown. She cracking. Now she can create an OnlyFans and make y'all millions.
Chris Brown. So this is what I'm gonna say. I never been like a starstruck type of person, but regardless, if I have a man, Chris Brown is not calling me up on stage to grind on him. I think that I don't care. I don't believe in like celebrity passes, because if I have a celebrity crush, I could fuck with him. So I'm not about to have like no passes for any type of man, because that's crazy. Like, I just think that if I was in a relationship, whether it was with someone who was famous or unfamous, it's the respect thing as a woman. Like, you do not disrespect your man in that way. And that is an embarrassment, because if a man did that to a woman, she would be so traumatized by that and she would never be the same.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Hang on.
If Sabrina Carpenter brought up your man and did that shit, the girl would not be.
No,
okay.
honestly, like, I'm
She
fine
just
with
said-
that. Like, if my man had a crush on Megan Fox and she was in town and it was the same go for it. That's fucking Megan Fox. Chris Brown, you're not gonna not have me get the opportunity of getting grinded on by Chris Brown. Like, what?
Monica, respectfully, I would not ever fucking date you.
What? Why do all my guy friends say that too? What the hell?
It's not just that these women. It's not just these women are paying $1,200 for a photo op with Chris Brown and using their boyfriend's money to do it in almost every case. It's the fact that this dude beat the living.
He could hit me any day.
He beat the living.
No, girl, we are not gonna
He beat the living
glorify
crap
violence.
out of Rihanna, and these women are so. Remember what I said about morality is surplus to attraction? He beat the crap out of Rihanna, and more women found him attractive. No, again, I'm not. Chris Brown, live your life. You girls want to go on stage? That's fine. I will never ever date a girl who went on stage with Chris Brown or fucking took a picture with him ever. There's no way, and I don't think any other guy should too. Because
where do you draw the line?
Huh?
Where do you draw the line?
What do you mean?
Women
Okay,
beater.
So like,
What if it's a different celebrity
woman
who's
beater,
never
so
beat
like-
anybody?
Huh?
What if it was a different celebrity who's never beat anybody that fits all your morality?
No, it's just here's the problem.
status,
It's not. You guys understand? It's not anger. It's just math. What happens is if you require that level of stimulus, then that means if we're dating. So I call it the Chris Brown meter. If you're dating a girl, what is the likelihood she would respond if Chris Brown messaged her? If the likelihood is high, you know what is also likely? That she will cheat. If the likelihood is low, you know what is also likely? She has that's a low stimulus woman who's happy. Let's watch Netflix together. Let's watch TV. Go ahead.
Why do you think is it just the Chris Brown?
No,
going
it's
into the
anybody.
DMs?
It's Chris Brown. It's Tyga. It's Drake. It's whoever.
Yeah.
My
So
point-
Chris Brown is like not. It's not.
it's just Chris Brown is like quite singularly the most toxic of all of them. But yes.
Question for you. Do you remember?
Chris Brown.
You guys know what hall passes. Everyone knows what a hall pass is.
Yeah.
Everyone's like in their marriage, like I want to pick this person. I ever get a chance. I feel like that's going to end up dying because with Instagram and social media, like it's more likely that people will be in DMs of a hot girl of like a famous person nowadays. So I feel like hall passes are going to because like the whole reason why a hall pass is like done is because if you can pull this person, I guess.
Yeah, but
now it's more common that you
no,
can.
hold it. If you have a hot girlfriend and you give her a hall pass, she's just gonna use it.
Right.
There's literally like if you're a
I'm
hot
just
girl,
talking about
if
in general.
if you're a hot girl and you're like, yeah, what's my hall pass? Michael B. Jordan. You can fuck Michael B. Jordan. I'm not kidding.
Nowadays, but
Michael
back
B.
in the
Jordan
day
is
when this was
liking
made.
all these IG models fucking posts. So there's no female hall pass. That's like that's
No, I'm just
It's
talking
a
about
one-sided hall
Yes,
pass.
that's
It's a
my
one-sided.
point.
For
I'm
the
just
majority of couples, it's a one-sided hall pass.
I'm talking about like back in the day before there was like major social media. There was a lot of people that were doing hall passes.
Agreed.
But now I feel like it's not going to be a thing because now it's coming to fruition. Like it actually can happen.
Yes,
real.
But it
Because
can only
now-
happen
so-
for the girl.
No, okay, so
Like,
there's
if my
this-
hall pass was Megan Fox, it's not gonna happen.
The likelihood.
so there's a way around that.
I believe in you.
There's so
Thanks.
I would fuck
Here's the
Megan Fox.
thing,
That would be the
like-
one girl I would have a threesome with.
if you can't like shoot for
That's all
the
it
stars
takes.
quite literally, then the hall pass needs to be like lower and obtainable to match that same energy. So like men, you're not gonna get Megan Fox.
You're
but
gonna get her
maybe-
best friend.
Yeah, or maybe you're gonna get like the hottest bottle service girl in your major city, whatever. Then it just you lower that hall pass.
I see what you're saying.
I
That makes
would
sense
want,
as well.
I would want the man I'm dating personally to be upset if I did some terrible shit.
Thank
like
you.
that.
This is
I
crazy.
Agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
I was
agreeing
saying
with you,
that
by the way.
Yeah.
for that lifestyle.
She really
I don't get it.
It's not.
Yeah,
So
but
it's partially what Paul Pierce said about being embarrassed, but it's like this is not a good match. So Ray and Pookie, like he's talking about right there, they are also more likely to get cheated on because their girl can get more stimulus from other men, and social media allows that you understand? This is crazy. I just want you to consider the Queen of England, Kim Kardashian, and you get the same Instagram feed. Isn't it wild? It's like the level of stimulus that extremely wealthy people or extremely famous people get is the exact same level of stimulus that you get when you open your phone. So the fact is that they can get that level of stimulus and then meet up with all these people. Now you can too as a woman. And so as a man, I'm supposed to be fine with you going on stage with Chris Brown. You can tell me all you want about how you didn't go home with him. You would have fucked him. There's not a single, let me say this, there's not a single woman who paid $1,200 to take a picture with Chris Brown that would not have had sex with him. Not one.
Well, also, you got to remember that girl is also famous. She already dated someone who was famous.
Who? The girl that was on stage?
Yeah, she's famous.
Sure, I'm fine. Again,
Yeah.
I'm not.
If you want to
go on stage with Chris Brown, that's fine.
That was
My
a
point is,
planned thing.
Men should not want, men should say, this is a very, very low probability for you to make a relationship work with a woman who needs that much stimulus. That's correct. And then on top of
wouldn't
that,
they be like, hey, my girl's so bad that Chris Brown wants her? Is that not a thing?
That's like a status thing, though. So, like, what that guy is talking about this entire time.
That's called being a cuck. No.
Oh, those are the men I'm into,
Yes.
I guess.
So like he's like, no, I'm somebody, so I can't have my woman on
Incarcerated
video
cucks.
like that. He's like, but if you're Ray from the hood, monetize that shit. So he's talking about status. Ray is nobody.
Any self-respecting man that wouldn't allow.
Yeah, but what Sartain is talking about is loyalty. What he's talking about is loyalty, because if she'll do that on stage, she'll cheat on you with another dude as well. I like what you mentioned about. You said you called it the Chris Brown meter test. Yeah. So like, I guess because we live in like worlds that overshadow each other.
Yes.
So like as a promoter, we call it like the stage test.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Look, I already know. I talk about.
I love what you just said.
No, here's the stage test. You walk up with your girl, and the host comes up and goes, "Hey, she can come up. You can't go up." This is the stage test. Does she go up without you? If she goes up without you, I understand, guys. It's my girl's birthday.
No, I'm sorry.
I want to have a good time. Your girl will be in a suite with a DJ later on that night, and you will be up waiting for her. And you can tell me all that I'm wrong. And Michael, you're so insecure and so possessive.
But what if
This
she
is
turns
why-
around and says,
and this
"Let me
is why
get
I
a
don't bring
selfie,
men
and I'll
to
be
the
right
club.
back."
Maybe it's better I'm single, because like I would definitely leave my man.
What if
Maybe
the
it's
girl
better
said,
I'm single. I would
want a
definitely go.
selfie. I just want a selfie and I'll come back in 30 seconds.
It's fine if you bumped into Chris Brown somewhere and took a
No,
selfie.
it would
That's
never
fine.
be Chris Brown.
No, I'm talking about the stage test. So the girl's brought up, it's her favorite DJ. She goes, "Babe, I just want to get a selfie and I'll be back in 2 minutes."
But
Is
if you
okay?
come back in 2 minutes, that's fine. But while
especially if you got permission,
The 2 minutes turns into an hour.
During that 2 minutes, I'm like already calling the attorney. I'm like, and then you come back, and then we're good. But like because the thing is, I'm not telling you this because I'm a victim of it. I'm telling you this, and Norman is telling you this because we're on stage separating couples all the time. I can't tell you how many times I have had a couple, like a girl come up, be like, "Hey, coming up, can I come and bring my boyfriend?" I'm like, "Sorry, you can't." And then the girl shows up anyway. Isn't that weird? Isn't it weird how that works? I'm not telling you this. I'm telling you this because I'm part of the problem. This is a real thing. And so what I would tell you guys is, how much stimulus does she need without you? This is
gold, guys.
If her idea is of a 10 out of 10 night is you ordering food, whatever animals you guys have, Netflix, cuddling together, if that's 10 out of 10 night, you got a chance. If 10 out of 10 for night for her is without you, at Coachella, at Burning Man, at Rise Festival, in Dubai, in Ibiza, at Art Basel, without you.
What if it's
you got no
both of them
chance.
though? What if I think both of them are 10 out of 10?
I mean, I just still think you are. Then you're gonna have a
Are you
happy relationship.
Are you
with your man
familiar
and
with a concept called cognitive dissonance?
No, I'm not. Q, educate me, please. Maybe that's what I have.
That's when you hold two conflicting concepts in your head.
Because it's way better to go to club with your girls and not your man, but it's way better to Netflix and chill with your man than your girls.
Right. But what I need though is for you to Netflix and chill with me and then also not cheat on me.
Yeah, I'm not. Right. I mean, like going up to Chris Brown and having him dance on you in front of everybody, I don't see us cheating personally.
Again, that's not the point. The point is if he wanted to, you
I would fold.
Have sex with him.
I would fold.
That's the point. You're missing it, which is also the problem with what Jessica is saying before. She's enjoying sex with other men, and those men. This is the worst part. They're Chris enjoying sex Brown, with her, and we're supposed to be fine with it. And then you're like, "It's Chris Brown." Though.
It's Chris. But here's the thing: I would never fuck a Chris Brown though.
Okay, I can. Okay,
but it goes both ways.
Go ahead.
Also,
grab the mic, honey.
If the person I was dating passed up an opportunity to hook up with Megan Fox,
I would be mad at them. I would be mad at them because why are you not hooking up with Megan Fox?
Would you hook up with Megan Fox?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, and so would she. The point is that's what makes it a little different.
I would be jealous that I didn't fuck Megan Fox.
Okay, so again, everything I just said is moot if the guy is bisexual. Everything I just said is moot if the girl is bisexual. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the 95% of heterosexual relationships that are out there. This is like, again, it is not the problem if you going on stage. Well, it is probably you going on stage. It depends. And giving money to a woman beater. That's part of the problem. But the other part of the problem is regardless of whether or not she didn't go home with him. Yeah, because he is too busy fucking other women to even take time to go home with you, and you would have had sex with him. That is not an acceptable background for a relationship. Sorry.
I'd be like, can I invite my boyfriend to your suite with all
and he'd be like,
20 other
no.
people?
No.
He'd be
how about
no? Take it down.
There's a lot of good tests in Vegas, and that's a really strong.
There's another one. The other one was the Dre's test.
You
walk up to Dre's and the girls go in, and the guys, their boyfriends have to stay outside.
Well,
Dre's
and here's also
hours.
the thing: I go to EBC, and when I go to EBC, if I don't have a good night in my definition, unless I get into the DJ, but I also like. The thing is if I have guys, I know I'm not going up there because I'm not going to leave my guy friends, and they're just friends. So
I leave them in a heartbeat. Bye-bye.
I think we understand where Monica sits on this.
But if it's just my girlfriends, of course I'm going to be up there. If it's by myself, I've gone to EBC all the time by myself. I have a grand old time by myself. I
EBC
am an
is fun.
Woman. Okay. But my thing is that if there is guys, sometimes I'm with them and then I'm just like, no, I'm going here with you. I'm going to spend time with you. So I won't go to the DJ.
So you're a good friend.
Even though I want to. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm the best friend. And that really sucks because I give too much to people.
No, that's a good thing.
Here's another idea. This is what I do is if I want to go on stage, I just remember the first discussion we have. I just show up to XS with 7 girls. And then magically, you'll never believe this, they just let me on stage.
Yeah, but normally when I go, it's usually like 2 or 3 people because I can't find like that many. Because the girls here that are like go out, they're like they only go to the clubs if they're getting paid.
You hang out with dudes who have no game. That's
no. I'm not. I don't even hang out with dudes. It's
that's not fair. That's not fair.
It's
Mike,
a girl.
You're somebody.
Well, but I used to not be somebody. Right. I'd still show up with 7 girls.
Right. But like, let's say a nobody showed up with 7 girls. We still taking the 7 girls on stage and the guys outside.
To be fair, I don't really hang out with a lot of guys. So like the thing is when I ask girlfriends to go out, they're like, I only go out if I get paid.
Yeah.
Like
I want those girls that will go out to get fucked up.
So it's like, okay, well, I want to go because I really want to see
Monica will
this
go out with
DJ.
you.
Hey, I'll go with you. So that's the reason.
Like I'm not.
Who's the DJ? Who's the DJ?
By the way,
I don't even care who the DJ is.
I'm just talking about relationships. Like if I go to EBC, I can get both of you on stage anytime you want. So can Norman.
Thanks, Michael.
No, it's not an issue.
Take your number.
Yeah, that's not difficult. But as far as a relationship, I need you to not need so much stimulus that our relationship isn't enough stimulus for you. Because if it is, then I have a problem.
If he can dance like Chris Brown, I won't go up to Chris Brown.
Okay.
See, and here's the thing: if I'm with my man, I really don't think that I would go up to the DJ. I don't really care too much about it. It's just when I'm alone or I'm with girlfriends.
Yeah, just bring 6
the
other
chat.
girls.
The chat is saying that their hall pass is Jessica Aaron.
Oh my god! Thank you. Check out my OnlyFans.
I was gonna just let me put a period at the end of this
Whoever
sentence.
likes me, tell me
like
they like
what you were
my
saying.
OnlyFans.
What you were saying and what Monica was saying is they're like you guys were saying. I would not want to be with a guy who wouldn't hook up with Megan Fox, although she's 35 and has 3 kids.
Even if it's
she's not that make her worth less.
It's the status though.
Well, see the thing, it's exactly
it's the status of
because
it.
you want to be with a guy who
is wanted, which we go
women,
over this conversation.
So, we have women don't want a man to cheat, but they love a man who could cheat.
Yes.
If he has that ability, or he's wanted enough,
if he can pull Megan Fox, hey, I got a baddie as a boyfriend.
They want a guy who
if
other
my
men want to be,
husband
and other
could
women
pull
want to
Megan
fuck.
Fox, I would not be mad.
Well, I mean, as my fiance always says, when men give me compliments and they'll see him there and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." He's like, "No, man, by all means. Like, if I'm with a girl, I want her to be attractive. I want her to be complimented. Like, or else,
I said the same thing about my man.
He doesn't mean it in a shallow way, but he means like, why else? Like,
because I have a bad bitch.
I'm gonna compliment her. I want to be outwardly. Like,
See, but that's real easy for women. But like, if you're with a guy who's like a really high status, hot guy that's there, and your girlfriend says, well, if you don't want him, girl, I'll fuck him.
No,
like,
that is no,
third party.
I am, and that's why my thing is, if we're gonna hang out, girl, I gotta get to know you. Like, like I need to trust the woman because I've been in situations.
The reason why is that because well,
and that's why I don't
hate to go Myron Gaines on you here real quick, but like beauty is actually pretty common. Guys who are high value, high status, like everybody in this room just a little while ago says it's so hard to find a guy who is above me in economic status and looks and everything else. And once you get that guy, what that says about you and what your ego associates with is, I'm the kind of bitch that can get with this kind of guy right here. And if other women want to get with him, that makes him that much hotter because I got what they don't have.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, absolutely, but I am in that, and like, not to like be on my pedestal on a high horse or whatever, but this man has a beard that attracts other straight men.
You gotta fight off the men.
I don't know what it is.
The term is bear.
No, I know.
The term is lumbersexual.
The beard is magic. I don't know what it is. So, but there is that thing with women where I see it.
They like the burly
eyes.
men.
I see it in their eyes, just the fire, and I'm just like, all right, girly.
I can feel like girls notice that more than men, though.
Is that you have this big burly man, and then you're just like that petite little girl, and it's like so cute.
I love that like women are attracted to him, but also there's nothing wrong with that attraction. Like, men are gonna look at other women, be attracted. Women are gonna look at other men, and that is okay. The thing is, when it comes down to actions, are you going to fuck me over as a female, which I've had happen recently with 2 girls that I let into my circle that I became close with, and they fucked me over really bad.
How did they fuck you over?
I don't even want to go into that right now.
Because of the beard.
No, it's too soon. It's too much of a wound.
Lumbersexual.
I just don't want it out there. But I mean, I've put it out there, and I'll leave it at this depth.
Yeah.
It's the fact of, when it comes to that dynamic with a woman, I need to now get to know you, because are you going to be shiesty?
Yes.
Because I trust my man, but I don't trust you quite yet.
Are you gonna be sneaky texting my man at like a certain?
Because he's gonna tell me if you're texting you.
Yeah,
some women don't even care though. I had a
He'll
girl
only
one
tell you
time-
if he's not gonna do it though.
Straight up facts.
If he was gonna do it, then he might not have said. I mean, I'm not
no,
saying
that's
your
true.
man, I'm just saying.
But that's
I would
men in
say
general.
generally, he'll tell you if he wasn't gonna do it. He'll rat out.
Yeah,
friends.
for sure.
But if he was gonna
love?
do it, then he'll be sneaky
But
linked
the
with
thing
it.
is, like, I'm one of those women, like, I don't know if y'all have seen like the TikToks, like where the Instagrams for the girl, like a month before she gets that feeling, and it's like, how did you know? I don't know. I just get
It's
the
just that feeling.
I just
It's
get
the
So I say,
feeling.
let me see your phone, and that's the thing.
We're so in tune with the world.
How do you do that when you have the? Let me see your phone.
No, it's not. It's I don't know. I get a feeling. And
No,
it's
it
just
literally
like,
is a feeling, and then it confirms everything.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, hold that
We're
that thought.
telepathic.
Hold that thought. I got a really great video for you. Hang on 1 second.
We're telepathic.
I just
You
get
are
my
married.
feelings hurt.
Your spouse should have.
Hold on, let me back this up real quick.
like a.
If you are married, your spouse should have all of the codes to your phone. If you are married, your spouse should have all of the codes to your phones, email accounts, and social media accounts, and you should have theirs, period. If your spouse isn't trustworthy or safe, you need to head directly into this challenge ASAP. You are worthy of safety and peace. If you are hiding things from your spouse, let today be your Independence Day from secret shame and fear. You are worth finally taking a full deep breath. How did people respond to that?
Not well, man.
Let's go.
Not well, dude. The idea that privacy and secrecy are the same thing. They've been conflated, and I think it's madness. If you will create a human with somebody, but you won't give them the code to your phone, I can't think of anything more insane. That's insane.
There's a lot of dissonance going on there.
Dissonance is like a kind way to say it. It's madness. The number of folks that call into my show that are like, I'm not going to give her my phone. And it's like, why? Like, what is on that thing? It's like, well, it's mine. What are you hiding? Every major pathology ends up, secrets fuel that, right? It's gasoline for pathology. And so, man, if you can't have a place in your life with the person you're ride or die with that you can say, can you check out my phone and get this picture off my phone? If that causes you pause, or worse, if your partner won't do that, yeah, man, you got to have that conversation like now.
So hold on. I like the echo. So a couple things. While I look in my relationships, I've let anybody go through my phone. The reason why you wouldn't is because I've seen situations secondhand and firsthand where you don't do anything wrong. She goes to your phone and interprets what you did as wrong when you didn't do shit.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it seems like that's part of the reason why. So I have a rule, when my last relationship, she would look over my shoulder and be like, what was that? What was that? I was like, okay, you can look at my phone, but when you look at my phone, we're going to look at it together and you're going to look at the entire conversation in context, because I'm not going to be called a fucking liar ever.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the difference. But the problem is it's the overreaction. So what he's acting as if both people in this relationship are rational. And that is kind of short-sighted. I can understand how rational people would not want to let their partner into their phone and not be cheating at the same time, because their partner may be an incredible mother, but incredibly just jumps to conclusions at all times about things that don't mean anything. It's like, wow, that's my cousin. It's like, why is she texting you in the middle of the night? It's my fucking cousin, bro.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff.
Also, look at the conversation. Is it like about grandma? Is it about like the reunion that's coming up?
It does, but it's like, why are you sharing memes with that bitch? Like that, come on, bro. Like I'm just, that's my point.
That's the thing is like, I used to go like when I had that intuition feeling, I would ask like the person I'm with, like, is something going on? Like I feel something, they would lie. Then I would go through their phone at night. But I learned from that because I just get my feelings hurt. Now it's like, okay, let's go together. And it's like, you have that same thing where it's like, okay, I'm respecting you by not going through it while you're sleeping, but like, let's go together. We're going to ask. And then like, depending on your reaction. Yeah. But like, I used to go through the phone at night and I just confirmed all my feelings and I would cry and I would like throw things.
If he's giving you your phone after you asking, it's usually a good indicator that he has nothing to hide.
Right.
Or they're just like, do
deletes
it, try
everything
it.
beforehand.
Yeah.
And it's the fact of like what Michael said. It's just like, you don't have context always. And
Exactly.
So you might read it on your own, and that's why it's best to do it together.
And you're also when you're looking at
And
a
they can
phone.
share.
Well, when you're looking at a phone,
You're looking for issues. You're looking for something
You're
to
interpreting
confirm
same
that
text as,
feeling.
like, hey, what's up, as a negative instead of like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? Like, do you want to get lunch next week? Talk about grandma.
And then the other.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, for me personally, if my relationship gets to that point, it's probably already over.
Yeah.
Because I never
Clock
ever
it.
want to be in a position where I'm worried about what my partner is doing. Like, I want my man to go have a guys' night at the club.
That's what I'm saying.
Without me. Like,
Men, you need to learn to gaslight better. That is what. She doesn't have to.
Chris Wilson guy.
You gaslight her because
crazy.
you love her. Do you guys
The
understand
person
that?
that just
That
told
way
me
she
to go to
feels
the
more
club 5
comfortable
minutes
at night
ago.
because you're
No,
better
I
at
said I
gaslighting.
don't want to
You're better
babysit
at
a man. That's
gaslighting.
my
Get
thing,
better at
though.
gaslighting.
Like, I don't want to have an insecure feeling about a man that I'm with. Like, if he's listen, a man who's gonna cheat is gonna cheat. It's gonna be with
Whatever's in the dark comes to the light is my philosophy now.
You can't stop a man. So like, why even stress yourself out by looking through his
Looking
phone?
through it,
Like,
yeah.
if you're at that point that you're concerned, probably already is. Like,
that feeling is there for a
why even
reason.
stay?
Where the concern is not in him, it's the girl. And so because he is almost 50 years old, I'm 30, and I have my friends who are my age talking to him, there's almost a level of communication that's a little bit different. Women his age communicate different than women my age with him. And there's also the nuance of social media.
Do you think he not pick up on things?
Yes, that's called menopause.
Women my age don't communicate with me at all.
Flirtation.
They have nothing to say to me.
There's a part of him that just doesn't understand. Like, women, we know how women are.
No, we do. We
And so
know.
we'll
text in a
that
certain
he
way.
doesn't understand. And so I'll go and because I get a feeling off of a girl after we go out. And I'm like, can I see the messages she sent you? And I'll see him and I'm like, oh, no.
No,
We're
no,
not
no.
hanging
Yeah.
out with our guy. And he goes, wait, no, she's just being friendly. I said, the fuck
It's not.
she's
I don't
not.
even
No,
think
she's
it's.
trying
he
to
doesn't
suck your
understand
dick.
I don't even think it's an age thing because I like my last ex, he was 24, 25, I'm 26. It was the same thing when I'm like, oh, that girl's definitely into you. He's like, no.
No, that's when you lean into it. You lean into it.
You know what I think is so amazing when a couple can go through like get a text like that's kind of flirtatious and then he's like, babe, look at this is crazy, you know, and just be like, and then you guys giggle about it.
See, I love that. That's fun. Like, let's fuck with her together. You know?
Yeah, no, for real. Let's lead her on and then embarrass her.
Oh no, I meant something else when you said that. I meant like let's just go have sex with her together. That way, there's no trust issue.
If I'm attracted to her, but I'm the same thing, I'm not attracted to women, so it's going to be 1 out of a million women that I'm attracted to. And by all means, he's very point blank of expressing he wants that, and I'm like, okay. I'm willing to give that, but only to a girl where I'm enjoying it too. I'm not going to have this bullshit.
There we go. Monica just came up with a really great shit test.
Yes.
Yes, that's a really so this was like Monica when you're talking about like if he doesn't lean into it, there's something wrong. You lose respect for him.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's like if I was in that situation, I'd be like, really? Do you think she
fucks with me? Yeah, it's like actually,
Just
but he made me
lean
feel
into
like
it.
delusional, like oh no, never. But it's like those are the type of girls that you're like, nah, I know. And low key, I felt like he knew too, but he just didn't want to like.
There's
that on.
My side of this is I have with the guys that I have counseled in the past. They have this is such a common problem. I have guys that will come up to me and they go, Rollo, I think my girlfriend is cheating on me. Should I snoop through her phone to find out if? And I'm like, dude, the very fact that you think you need to snoop through her phone to begin with says that there's something in your peripheral awareness.
That you just need it confirmed with
so
facts.
the behavior that you're used to seeing, there's something that's, and you know, it's our cognitive minds go, nah, it's okay. She's not cheating. There's nothing wrong.
And you know what's so funny?
And then, but your instincts are going, no,
she
cheating.
pattern
And so you have like this sort of like this subconscious going against
Back
your
and forth,
conscious, right?
yeah.
And so what happens is that's when you go, okay, I don't know what I should do. I'm going to call Rollo, right? But the thing is if you're at that point, what it is your instinct is already telling you that there's something
and usually
behaviorally out of
right.
order. And so I'm like, so do you really need to do that? What's going on in the relationship that would prompt you to think that in the first place?
And you know what's funny is that men usually don't pick up on women cheating. So the fact that he actually is picking up, that means it's
it away.
in your face.
Girls, we don't. We're like,
opposite experience.
Because most women, when they cheat, most men don't know that they cheated.
Well,
we hide it a lot.
Girls are a little sneakier. I'm gonna be
I can
honest.
see that. Yeah.
So the fact that they picked up on it means that it was plain as day in their face.
But see, here's the thing though. It's like
some men are also delusional. Like I've had men accuse me of cheating, and I never ever cheated on them. They were just hella insecure.
Projection, yeah.
Oh well,
because they're already cheating, so they're like, if I'm cheating, she's definitely cheating. That was my ex. Yeah.
That's what I get. The men who accuse me, I'm like,
the guys I have worked with in the past, the reason why they're in that position in the first place is because they rationalize away. They don't want to believe what their sort of instincts are telling them. And so the reason why they do that is because they've been trained from a very early age not to come off as insecure. So if they say, honey, we need to talk about like
what's going on.
Was it the guy she tells you not to worry about and the guy she tells you not to worry about? That's the reason that's a funny meme, is because it locks in with the instinct versus your cognitive mind, right?
Yeah.
And so what happens is those guys have been trained from such an early age not to come off as insecure, so they'll gaslight themselves. They'll just say, you know what, she would never cheat on me. That could never happen. I don't want to be like those other guys who would jump to conclusions, right? But then comes out that she has actually cheated.
Well, I'll tell you, it's one other thing. If I catch her cheating and then this becomes real, then I don't have vagina on demand anymore, and now I have to go back into the dating pool into like massive levels.
And it's harder for me.
That's why men don't get divorced.
For you don't have that much problem,
right.
but for other men, yeah.
No, but that's how most men. Again, my program.
You can solve that problem by dating a porn star.
There you go. Thank you, boss. All right, awesome. Do you want to try that one?
Which one?
I showed you?
Which one? Let's just say the name. I get it.
Pronounce these words.
Okay.
Oh God.
The words I think my girlfriend. Okay, these are words I think my girlfriend can't pronounce.
I can pronounce anything, Nas.
Hey, we gonna see. Okay, first word. Congratulations. Dang, okay.
Come on, Nas.
That was easy, okay. Next.
Pneumonia.
Ooh, are we flying through these today?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Colonel.
Hey!
You thought you were gonna get me?
Hey, that's a tricky one.
You thought you were gonna get me?
I did.
Nope.
Okay, this one might be hard.
Oof.
Yeah, oof.
Apologize.
Yeah. You want to come back?
Yes.
All right, we'll come back to that. That's pretty bad.
Bouquet.
Bouquet, nice. Okay. Now, this one might be super difficult.
Super difficult?
Yeah, like the hardest one.
Nas, I got anything.
Check it out.
Iwasu.
Come on, you got this. Wrong. Yep, we're done.
Cute, she played into it. Because I love being right.
All right, you got it.
Let's see. There we go. Go
I
ahead.
wasn't sure where
You're
it
good.
was going with it. I thought
I thought she was gonna get caught cheating with the
Yeah,
man's
that's what I
name and
thought.
like, oh, I have no idea who that is.
Yes, girls be doing that on TikTok all the time with their best friends, being like, "Why you fuck my man?" You know, and playing games and shit like that. I feel so bad for those people, but I'm also like, you shouldn't be fucking with her man.
Like, don't put it on the internet though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Don't
Yeah.
put it on the
Don't
internet.
put it on the internet.
But the people that are doing that is usually like their best friend that fucking fucked their man, and they're like, "Fuck that bitch," and then it's like usually I
that
get
just shows a level of immaturity. To
Exactly.
me.
What if their like identity was the internet?
Well, then a lot of that times it's scripted.
No. Well, okay. All right. That's fair. That's
yeah,
fair.
but usually they sit together and be like, "Okay, guys, we broke up. I know. Like, you all are going to be very sad.
Even if
we just wanted to part ways, we weren't happy anymore. You know, like the YouTube and TikTok
if it's
breakups.
scripted and it's talked about beforehand, whatever, get your bag to it, put it out.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about that.
Or don't talk about it at all.
Like,
what do you mean by like
Okay, like let's say you're dating someone and they made money because they were an influencer,
Okay.
and then they did you wrong. Then
I mean,
is
it doesn't matter. Status at the end of the day means nothing. You're still a human being. Like, by all means, like, just move on. Like, I feel like you're gonna create a bigger problem.
No,
like, if you
that's-
want to use it as a
that's-
pedestal to get your clout, by all means,
No,
majority.
I wasn't talking about cheating to gain their status. I was trying to talk about
to put-
defaming
to put-
people
right.
who
But
have a
usually
platform.
what
at
I've
the end
seen
of
in
the day, it backfires on you. And then what do you really get at the end of the day?
I feel like they
that's
feel
just
like they
revenge.
get. I
That's
feel
just
like they
revenge.
get validation from it, but in the long term, it's like.
Then go to a therapist, validate
Yeah,
yourself,
yeah.
find some self.
I feel like those
love,
videos
show
are the
some
equivalent to like posting yourself like sobbing on
look dumb, you
Snapchat.
embarrass yourself.
I'm chronically
Honestly.
I am chronically online, and I've seen a lot of breakup stuff and a lot of like cheating, but usually it comes like a year after or like halfway in, and then they're very calm and collected, and they're like, okay, this person, like, it's usually, they don't usually say that it's a cheating thing, and if they do, like,
They
let's
share
say
their
it's like
story
Brooke,
in a
like
logical way.
if it's like a Brooke Schofield situation where her ex like faked like an accent and like faked everything about his life, his parents passing away and all that stuff. It's like it wasn't just cheating, it was a lot of things, and it was more of like to tell the fans, hey, this person is more than
But he's
fucked
talking
up.
about somebody who's not the
I just
famous
come on
person.
Access Vegas and talk
And-
shit about my exes.
There's a girl
Waiting
recently.
outside.
Well, like,
Yeah.
I saw you comment on like Sadia Khan, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that Goop guy.
Yeah, you're
I'm a
yeah,
huge
Goop's
fan
awesome.
of Goop.
By the way, we have
one of them too. I got
another
one of them
Goop
too.
video
Yeah.
also. Yeah.
What were you saying?
But I mean, at the end of the day, like, there's a girl who's been posting stuff recently about people who do her wrong, and she immediately goes to post about it. Majority of us are looking at her like,
Yeah, no, I
it's
I
not
agree with
how
that.
you think it's coming off, babe.
I definitely agree with that.
You make yourself look bad, and at the end of the day, if you're seeking that sort of validation,
Yeah.
you have more problems than what you're
Right,
actually
no,
talking about.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Let me just say, it's probably better if you just keep your relationship off the internet.
Yeah.
It just really
also
like,
agree with that.
so here's the thing: if you're a like what Paul Pierce was, if you are a regular dude, it's better if you do have your relationship on the internet. If you're a man.
Mhm.
Because then other dudes know, hey, this is where I stand. But if you're a guy and you have some level of like, it would be better for Paul Pierce for no one to ever know who he dates.
Sure.
Because whatever history past he has is going to come up. And so but what I will say is whatever drama happened in the end, like I'll just say this, when my relationship ended, no one even knew about it for a year. It was a year, and then people started texting, "Oh, you guys broke up." And I told him no one else. And then a year later, finally, I mentioned something about it because I didn't want to give it gravity or mass or a weight. And I wanted her to live her life and be happy, and I live my life. This is why I was saying this is how the this is how the Nina Agdal Logan Paul thing should have ended, or the thing with Travis Hunter and his wife. Is they should have broken up in the off season, said nothing about it. A year later, they're dating someone else, and then someone comes up, they're like, "Oh, I thought you were dating so and so." So, "Oh no, we're cool, but we broke up 8 months ago." That way, it has now. Unfortunately, he married Nina Agdal, which is crazy to me. Logan Paul did, and then and Travis Hunter went and got married in the state of Tennessee with no prenup to some woman who literally said that she wasn't attracted to him.
And for like me in my industry, it would be stupid for me to post a man. So. Like the only way the only way that would be beneficial for me to like have a man, like let's say they're in the industry, is if we just like one day we looked single up until boom, we're married, and we just posted.
Well,
marriage.
that's the thing. I'm not really even in the industry, but I can even tell like when I post a man, my likes and everything go
down.
Yeah, they go down. And not that I'm like, I don't make money off of Instagram or anything like that, but when I do post a man, it's like I'm not getting as many interactions.
It's nothing to do with I don't want to post you. I would love to post you. I would post you on my Facebook because that's my family and friends. But here's the thing, like that's only
market share.
Yes.
There's a fantasy you're painting. I have a friend who's a Twitch streamer. She makes $50,000 a month. She's been with her man for the past 4 months. Do her streamers know that? Absolutely freaking not, because they have the fantasy of like
being with could get her. Yes.
So the only way that would be beneficial is me to be look single up until like I'm actually married.
And then you can hard send it and do shit together.
Yeah.
But do you think that's the same for guys?
No.
But he's also but here's also the thing, in the porn industry, the guys are not the hot commodity. So it doesn't really matter if they're single or not.
Dick.
Yeah, you're stunt. So him posting me won't give him any like good or bad or anything. It's just not going to do anything for him, because most of the time what they see his face like maybe 5 times a year.
All right, so for the average dude, it probably is better if you post that you're in a relationship, because women are gonna like look. You ask any dude who starts dating a hot girl, you start getting all these girls creeping in your DMs. For that same girl, it's harder, huh?
They put the ring on.
They put the ring.
That's the thing. My ex never wanted to post me. He's like, I don't want my guy friends following you. No, it's because you have all these other side bitches. So if you're not posting your girl, like that's kind of a red flag for a civilian.
Again,
man.
guys, it's easier to cheat. It's easier to cheat when you post your girl, because then other girls slide into your DMs. The more you know. The more you know.
And that's the problem we have once again with dating right now, because if men are the pitch men, they're the ones that have to go out there and they have to prove their quality and prove their worth, and they have to perform, and women have to say he's good looking, he makes a lot of money, all the things that make that guy a high value guy. He has to go out and convince you of that, convince women. The guy has to go and make the approaches. He's the one that has to initiate. He is the pitchman. Women are the advertisers. All you got to do is go on Instagram, look hot, be in a bikini, be in fucking lingerie. Women just walk around in lingerie on Instagram. You're just walking down the streets in lingerie. And all they have to do is look hot and be available, or sell the fantasy of availability. And so what they are doing is they are advertising, because they don't have to go out and pitch you. You're the product that they already want, right? But the problem is that if I'm in a relationship and I'm still pitching myself, we call that cheating. But if you're still advertising yourself, we don't call that cheating. We call that I got to bring in my money. It's my form of, or in Monica's
the guy's insecure.
In Monica's case, it's I like the attention.
This is my big
I love
journey.
attention.
Yeah, so you aren't having sex with multiple guys on camera. It's your personal journey that you're going through.
Journey of self-discovery.
You're just going through a journey of self-discovery.
I mean, everything is.
We as men should stop being so insecure.
Because you know what, my views could change in the future. We never know. But I have a really, really good friend. Okay, and he has a girlfriend, right? And there was this friend that he's had for years, right? And whenever like he gets in a serious relationship, she tries to like become really good friends with the girlfriend. And then it was like, and this girl has actually said to other people and been like, I love it when he's in a relationship because I find it so sexy. I want to mess it up. That's so fucked up.
There are girls that go after.
There are girls like that.
Yeah.
There are girls like that.
There's quite a few.
A lot of them, yeah.
So what they'll do is they will befriend the girl and be like, oh, he's cheating on you. He's doing that. He's staying at home. He don't do nothing other than sit at home and play with his.
Listen, whoever wrote that review about me on the T app, you're a piece of shit.
No, what did they say?
None of it is true.
What happened?
Are
What
we
did they
dating the same guy?
say?
That is none of
The
your
Facebook
business.
group. I read that like
Stop.
a newsletter in Arizona.
Stop.
Like, is my man
But
on
not
here?
only that, this girl is also trying to befriend his other friends and be like, oh, and then say like me, for example, she's like, oh my god, he talks so much shit about you. This is one of my best friends. I know he did not talk shit about me. Like, and she's just trying to attack him in all angles now because he's completely like X'd her out. Was like, I don't want anything to do with you because I see what your game is now. And now she's just trying to affect him in any way because now it's like out of malicious intent.
Because she can't get him.
Yeah. He even moved away and she's still attacking him somehow.
Wow. She has a crush on him.
And it's only when
she does.
And
She
it's
needs a
only
hella
because
therapy.
and it's only
like a
because
productive
he's in a
one.
relationship. She doesn't talk to him when he's not in a relationship. She is not this way when he's single.
Yes, but I can. Yes,
She
what you're
needs to
saying is
look in
true.
the mirror
You're in a
and talk
relationship and
kind
you're on
words
it. Like
to
all of a sudden,
herself.
these girls who wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire start sliding in the DMs.
Yeah.
It's wild, isn't it? Yeah, it makes us seem like hairless murderers.
I think it's because they see like, what the guy is doing for
great.
their relationship and being like, and see how they're blossoming their relationship, and they're like, I want that for myself.
Okay,
I got you.
But also
Speaking
he's
of this-
wanted.
Speaking of this,
Speaking of this,
perfect segue.
There we go. Let's take a.
You do?
Only
Really? This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
I got 10K right here.
Okay.
Would you shoot a scene with me for 10K?
Shoot a scene with you.
Yeah.
All right, what are you talking content-wise?
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I'd have to call my boyfriend.
I beg your pardon? You can call him right now. You can call him right now. Like,
When do you want to shoot the scene?
whenever.
A few moments later.
Babe, this guy wants me. He asked me what I do, and he wants to know if he can shoot a scene with me for 10K for only.
Wait, what is?
He said that's up to you.
Off camera, you know what I'm saying? We can exchange Instagram, we can talk about it.
So we can talk about it.
Take that as a yes.
That's a shit test right there.
Of course
For
you
sure,
do,
that was
Jessica.
definitely
I'm
Okay.
sure you have a lot to say about this.
In OnlyFans, there are levels. Are you somebody who is a solo artist? Are you the one that only does content with yourself and your significant other, or are you someone that branches out to collabs? There's a difference. The cutoff is right between having a boyfriend and doing collabs with only your boyfriend, or doing venturing out to other people.
Venturing.
Yes. There's
Just her boyfriend is not.
Tell me more about venturing.
By the way, you would get that dude is pretty famous. He lives in Scottsdale and he does those things. If you
It's a
did a
shit
scene with him
test.
for fucking 10,
Oh, I would 100% do it. I would
you
ask
would
him
get
for a clean test first.
You would get so many new subs from doing that because
If
specifically
you are
because he's
watching
famous.
this, let's do it because I will. But,
Hilarious, bro. Slide in
but I will. I seriously will. But here's the thing. But I'm also a porn star, so I fuck everybody.
Not 9K.
there-
9K.
As long as you're tested and you're also, there's demographics. Okay. Anyways, but that's the difference. Okay. There's people that shoot and go and then with their boyfriends, and they're just OnlyFans. I wouldn't even consider them OnlyFans models because they don't collab. Collabing is OnlyFans models.
They're selfish,
creators.
is what you're saying.
No, it's just like creating with
I
your
love
own.
the chat right now. It's like disgusting. It's like, dude, you got Pornhub in another window right now. Who are we fucking kidding?
creating with your boyfriend is different because like you're within your own confinements. You have an agreement that you're doing this together. If you're doing collabs, you could be single. You could be, if you have a boyfriend, I'm guessing this is what she is. She's either doing solo content or she has him as a stunt dick, which is fine. I'm glad that she called him an ass. So that's nice.
No, I think she just wanted the 10K.
That was a shit test right there.
It probably was.
Because he said, "Oh, it's up to you."
Okay.
If she says yes, he's over that.
Okay, so I thought something similar as well.
Yeah.
I will say this: you understand how most men or men of any substance whatsoever would run for the fucking hills.
Well,
if a girl said
he's
that?
a normal person that just, sometimes fiddles her little clit,
Fiddles. Okay. Can you understand? Can you understand?
He's a normie. He's a
Can
civilian.
you understand how most guys who have
Yes.
any substance are going to say no to that?
Wait, I have a
For her substance, I get it. I get
The tiny
for
violin.
her substance, yes.
I have a civilian question.
She should say no because it's gonna mess up your relationship, and she shouldn't have even asked. She should have just said no, even though it's $10,000. Her, me, 100% yes.
Okay.
All right. I have a civilian question. Okay. So if your boyfriend is your stunt dick
Mm-hmm.
and you show him on camera, you don't see his face, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So does that count as a soft launch?
Yes, 100%. That's a soft launch.
I'm dating someone new, but you can't see who it is. Making my ex angry.
The irony is it's a hard launch.
Cancel.
Didn't.
I got a couple here. Jessica, we're crayon eaters. The red ones were personally my favorite, but they never taught me how to clean a fish. Semper Fi. Okay, there you go. Siege says, great episode, Access Vegas. Love the new studio. Shout out to the redhead, Jessica and Abby, for making this episode entertaining tonight. Thank you, Siege. And last one, I'd rather go to an All That Remains concert. Thank you. Yeah, hey, shout out to Phil from All That Remains. All right. Which one?
Let's
tell me which one.
You know what I need to do? I need to
Let's say the
look
good one.
at like all the comments when I'm done. I never do that. I should do
You should
that.
go back through them.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very. It's
of all the ones I've been on.
Okay, so he was just talking about Goop. So you remember Goop? He.
I also have him with Sadia.
He pretty much bodied Sadia Khan, and then he's got this video that just came out as well.
Welcome. Hey guys, this video is kind of a gross one. False allegations can truly ruin somebody's life, and those who make false allegations really should be put, I don't know, underneath the jail. But there's a special place in hell for people that make false allegations and then allow themselves to be videotaped admitting to them. Now this is Victoria Everest. She's a health influencer. She does total body cleanses. And yeah, she's pretty much a fucking grifter and scammer in the health and fitness world. She was just caught on tape talking about her recent rape allegation. I'll let the tape play.
Fair enough, but it's a fake rape charge. So what do you want from that?
So what? The guy lies for a living. Let him have a taste of his own medicine. That's all. Let him continue lying for a living. That's what he does. He spins stories and sells dreams for a living. End of. So when a story spun on him, let him swallow that pill.
But wow, that is her casually talking about ruining a man's life. Let's listen to the rest.
You've done for 5 years hurting men, you enjoy it, and you're going to keep going. But the energy that you're putting into that, you could triple your income. You could be doing other things, you know what I mean? So that's one thing. Two, in all reality, you're killing yourself with a fake rape charge. Can I tell you where? You're going to have to put in energy to get a fake rape charge across. But if it doesn't go according to plan, it'll bounce back on you. And it'll be... Obviously, they'll have medical.
I've done all this. There's evidence. I've given him a clothes. He banged me, babe. Like we had sex, yeah. And he's denying that he was even there.
How can you do that if you got arrested in your house?
No. So one was for an occasion where he left.
Yeah.
The other time he was there, but he claimed that we didn't have sex, but there was evidence to say that we had.
Alright, cool. You can.
I don't care. I want to take him to the cleaners, babe.
Yeah, but this is what I thought about. This is what I was saying. I thought about him.
And you know I hate him because he's so much like me. Like, it annoys me.
But Victoria, listen to me carefully, yeah? Your skill is that you can detect a victim you want and rape them. That's what you do. You enjoy doing it. Rape charge doesn't mean you've got a victim involved.
No, it doesn't.
It just means
I've just got one over. That's all.
Yeah, but it means you got desperate that you weren't able to hurt him. You pulled a fake rape. You know what I'm saying? So
that's still gonna hurt him. He hates that. And the thing is, he's gonna go out continuing to fuck up girls' lives. Yeah. With an assault charge and a rape charge, he'll think twice about what he does next time when he meets the next girl.
Yeah, fair
he'll
enough.
think
But
twice
it's
about
a fake rape charge. So what do you want from that?
So what? The guy lies for a living. Let him have a taste of his own medicine.
Boyle.
I know that she's trying to push. Sorry.
Good.
So what happened?
Okay.
Like,
so
out of spite.
So she's admitted to on camera she was going to file false rape charges against this guy that she was dating, and then not only that, she admits that she did have sex with him and like it wasn't rape, and she admits twice on that video that she had false rape charges. Here's the thing: she writes John Dorsey Goop right after this, and he goes, John, hey, please remove this, and John goes, remove what? And she goes, her name is Victoria. Victoria says, the video of me, John. Oh yes, sorry, I can take it down right now. And then she goes, the video you shared is highly sensitive and deeply personal. I was a victim of domestic abuse at the hands of a serial abuser. It was a big case with the police that spanned over 3 years. This man went as far as assaulting both me and my child. Wow. That must have been, John goes, oh, wow. I must have listened to it wrong. That sounds totally reasonable. You're right. Honestly, John, the video was taken over 8 years ago, created without my consent and released this week intended to defame me. I appreciate you remaining neutral in this matter. It's not the whole context. And then John writes, I'm just kidding, you retard. You were caught on camera talking about destroying a man's life with a fake rape allegation. Laughing my ass off. It's never coming down. Eat shit. So, like, the thing is, she's just, even after she's clearly been caught red-handed, then this whole thing happens. Now, here's the thing. I see the look on your faces, and it makes me happy because it shouldn't be me who's mad. And it shouldn't be John Dorsey who's mad.
No, we're not.
It should be mad. Who should be mad
because
right now?
now women are not going to get the real justice that they need
when that situation actually does happen.
Yeah, and then men also won't believe the terrible stories that they hear about their friends either.
Another aspect, if
terrible
this
for
person
everyone.
really did attack you physically and physically attack your child, there would be evidence of it, and that would be the reason that he would go down.
Okay, one more time. I just want to say this because I work with some domestic abuse charities. Whatever the thing happened with Lindsay Hill, the thing that happened with Amber Heard, that should not make me unhappy. I'm not the one who should be on a pulpit screaming that these women should go to jail. It should be women who do this, because it's women who are losing resources and becoming less believable because you are not the one skewering these women who file false rape allegations. Okay, that's the problem. It shouldn't be me who's carrying this torch. It should be women who are carrying this torch, and that's one of the main issues. So when I see this, I think it's women who should be more angry. But if you look in the comments, it's going to be mostly men.
This is kind of
angry.
super
like,
disgusting.
This makes my blood boil. Like,
And then
lock her up.
Like the other thing is it's clear narcissism. Like even after this point, it's so funny because she has the exact same accent as Sadia Khan.
Well, and if she's lying about the grape charges, then she might be lying about the domestic violence.
This just invalidates everything that she says. Her admitting to this invalidates everything that she says this man
even
has
if
done to
something
her.
did happen to her, nobody's gonna
She's
believe it because
completely
she's
lost
already
her
admitted to
credibility.
being
She's lost
fake.
it.
Which is and like in law, when you have admitted
Perjury.
and they will, you're not a valuable witness and your case gets thrown out. So you just invalidated everything of your domestic violence case if it did happen because you lied about the grape.
Yeah.
So you're just really hurting yourself and your child at that point, because now you can't get anything
And
past
all women.
And all
because
women.
you can't get anything past the domestic violence. You can't get a protection order. You can't do anything because you lied about grape.
Yes.
That is a woman who does not have sympathy.
Yes. And here's the other thing. Like in the UK, there was like a summary judgment against Johnny Depp saying that he needs to pay a certain amount of money because he did hit Amber Heard. And so Johnny Depp, he finally took her to court in the United States, and they found clearly she was lying about everything.
She shit on his bed.
Yeah, and but like, and nobody like I don't remember what was Amber Heard's jail time for this. For ruining this man's life, and I don't get to watch another fucking Pirates of the Caribbean because this sorry ass woman had to lie about Johnny Depp. And then she was like, and Johnny Depp, he was drinking whiskey before noon. It's like, it's fucking Captain Jack Sparrow.
Who
You
knew
didn't
how
think
many-
that we didn't know. Oh my God, Johnny Depp drinks whiskey before noon.
Well, and
I'm
now
shocked.
we don't get any more Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Who knows how long it would have gone for if that didn't happen? And I'm really mad because I love Johnny Johnny Depp, and I love the Pirates of the Caribbean.
And I feel like that's with the whole court thing. I feel like he went in knowing that like it was a defamation case. So I feel like he went in knowing that he possibly couldn't win, but he wanted to just show and prove what she has done in the relationship that defamed him, and he actually did end up winning it. Where
Which
I
is
feel
really
like
hard.
he
You
came
can't- most
in, he
places
came
don't do
in
that.
not like probably not thinking that he was gonna really get any money or anything out of it, but he just wanted to prove to all these companies that
Yes.
cut him off that hey, like this happened. She was doing this, and this, and she embarrassed herself by going through that process.
And he won, and you know it's super hard to win a a defamation case. It's super hard to prove it.
Yeah.
Defamation cases usually don't win.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other part is like now the whole believe all women thing. You can't do it.
Yeah.
It hurts that whole case too. Which by the way, I have cousins I don't believe. The idea I'm gonna believe all women. I don't have homies I've known for 25 years. I don't believe. Like the idea I'm supposed to believe all women. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna believe people who are believable.
Not only that, but it does affect the sex industry as well.
Yes, it does.
It really does. I mean, we see it all the time in porn all the time where people get accused, and like they'll be like my favorite directors, and my directors have cameras in every room on the sides, and they'll be like, "Oh, this happened," and he will pull up and give to the company the whole footage from the day, and it'll show that woman was lying. So don't fucking lie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I've said before a million times, guys, all the common areas in your apartment, in your house, need to have cameras in them, not in the bedroom. Okay, that will get you in deep shit.
Not in the shower or bathroom.
That will not protect you.
That will not protect
Yeah.
you. In the common areas, I think like in my place, from the living room facing back to the front door, I have a camera there, and it has, again, you just it's for everyone's safety.
Yeah.
That's why you do it. The other thing I'll tell you, gentlemen, do not pour women's drinks. Women should pour their own drinks. It's just, or hire a woman to pour drinks. That way there's no confusion about what happened there. Because you all know a girl who says that she's been drugged and she wasn't drugged. She just can't handle her liquor.
Yeah.
And she starts sinking these drugged allegations. And the next thing you know, some dude is hemmed up because she was saying that. That's why you film that's all that needs to be on camera. And then number 3, dude, don't send lascivious messages to women. Just don't. Like if it's your girlfriend, your wife, maybe, but like just don't do it because it's always going to be held against you. Her new boyfriend then sees the messages, screenshots it. You just never know. So that's the thing I would say for guys.
It's not that every woman will, it's that any woman can.
It's what any woman can, and her angry ex-boyfriend can as well. All right, cool. Do you see the other one?
Yeah.
Be cheating like real.
No, you're right. No, you're dead
She's
right.
real bad. She's at
Come
9.
on, that's my baddie. Ooh.
Niggas be cheating like real.
No, you're right. No, you're dead
Cheating
right.
real bad. She's at 9 years. He only cheated twice. Girl, take that man back. It's okay. Niggas gonna cheat. They gonna do that. They gonna do that.
That's
Either
why I
cheat-
said it's a wrong.
cheat back,
This
be
is actually
strong.
the two wrong people to ask. Because I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to send these young girls down this path. What?
It's 2 different paths they could take. I'm gonna tell them the 2 paths. I'm gonna let Summer go.
No, you
and
go
then
ahead.
No, you go.
Well,
give her the advice.
I
Summer.
mean,
What you
because
think?
people shouldn't be accepting that. But you are right. Like literally, 2 times is nothing. But friend, we can't sound like this. We have to work on ourselves and accept better.
But if you get with the next dude, they gonna cheat too. And it's like, I should have just stayed with my last
No,
cheater.
I
just stayed with my last
No,
cheater.
I totally agree with you. They're all off, and there's like.
So what do you guys think?
Yeah.
You cheated twice. Hold on. Cheated twice in 9 years. Should she leave?
I mean, Summer Walker, all of her music is like toxic girl music, and that's why I absolutely fucking love her. But like, I get what she's saying. Like, even my guy friends, they're like, Monica, like, if you're gonna be with someone who you like actually want, you gotta be like accepting that they're gonna cheat on you. And my standards, I'm like, I don't want a man who's gonna cheat on me. But all my guy friends are in my ear, like, every man is gonna cheat on you. Get over it. Yeah.
I mean,
that's those men.
That's those men. That's why I'm trying to like have a like level head, but where I want love. I want someone who's not gonna cheat on me. Then I have men tell me everybody's gonna cheat on you no matter how much you do or whatever.
You might
Yeah.
not want to wait outside county
Yeah, they would never cheat on me.
They're so loyal.
I can
They're
change
in
them.
they're in jail, okay? They will never cheat on me.
I can
With the man,
change
they
them.
will.
Yeah.
I came from my parents. They were married for 17 years and then they passed. So I seen them in all stages, from the heartbreak, from like the not fighting all the time to getting back and like being in one. So I believe in true love. I'm one of those people. Like, I do believe in true love, and I believe that if you truly love somebody, you won't cheat. You might fall out of love a little bit, you know, because, you know, kids or like time is hard.
People's heads are exploding right now listening to you say this. Do you not understand the problem? Oh, wow.
I know, I'm very conflicting.
Wow.
I'm very
Wow.
conflicting person, okay? I don't know who I am. Just kidding. But yeah, but I've seen like a healthy relationship, and I believe that there's healthy relationships. Now it's really hard now in this day and age, but also like my mom, when she had me, she was 38.
Okay, so let me help you with the healthy relationships. It is not other men's job to not hit on you if you're attractive. It is your job to protect the sanctity of your mouth, your nipples, your vagina, and your butthole.
But how about
That
men?
is- huh?
That goes towards men too, though.
Sure. It goes for men too. Yes.
Because here's the thing, like
Yes. I absolutely want to let you ladies know I have protected the sanctity of my butthole my entire life. Full protection.
Whenever I go to the club, I at least have like 3 nip slips. It's not my fault though.
It's the party tit.
It's the party tit. The titty milk. Everybody loves the titty milk.
So I don't agree that all men will cheat. I just feel like you have to have them. If a man's truly in love with you, he will not. He won't put himself into positions at will. And if he ends up being in a position, he will leave.
What did Ross say? We were on a break.
Okay. What'd you say? Oh yeah.
We're on a break.
All right, guys. Real quick, we appreciate it. Hey, man, we've had a great time here. I love the audio here. They put carpet underneath the hardwood so that we'd have like a soundproof room, and I think it sounds really, really great. Monica, did you have a good time on the show?
Oh, I had an amazing time as always.
Oh, all right. Gloria Steinem, did you have a good time on the show?
It was fun.
That's right. Fight for 17th wave feminism. All right. Norman.
She was second.
I'm sorry, we're still at second.
No, she was.
No, I know she was. I know. Norman, what did you think about the show?
It was cool. I was always a fan of you two, and I actually didn't even know this is what it was gonna be.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be me, you, and Tristan talking about the club a little more.
Yeah.
But this is cool. Like I'm a
Learning
fan.
so much about women.
I've been tapped into this space for a while, so yeah, pleasure to be here.
Awesome, Jessica.
I always have fun.
Incredible.
I am the party, so I know it's always going to be a party.
Awesome. Harper, did you have a good time?
Great as always, for sure.
How about you, Laura?
Always.
Huh?
Always.
Had a good time? Awesome. You know what? In comparison to the other hosts of the other shows, I remember everyone's name. Meg, do you have a good time?
Always a good time.
Okay, awesome. What do you think about it? This is your first time on the show, Abby?
It was great. I love the depth of conversation that
Okay.
we could get to.
It was really
good.
good today.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us again, guys. We're at the new spot here is Origin Podcast Studios. If you guys want to come check this place out, it's really good. Terrific audio. They've got a lot of great stuff. Well, obviously this is our first time doing this, so for them to pull this off was pretty amazing. It's our first show here, and I've got a couple podcast episodes here. So appreciate you guys. We will see you guys all really soon. I'm trying to think whatever else. Yeah, no, I can't think of anything else. Was anything else you want to say? Your mic isn't working? His mic isn't working. Hey, finally, we win.
Thank you,
know
for
what this
having
is?
us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
I think Destiny is doing the audio, and that's why his mic isn't working. Awesome, guys. We'll see you guys in 4 weeks. We'll be back on the 29th.